And we're live.
We're live, pal.
We're live.
Oh, welcome to We'll Name This Later, the only podcast where drinking a bottle of whiskey is acceptable on a Thursday. East is west, and giraffes with broken necks are considered high comedy. My name is Matt Bleak. This week I am the man of many apologies, and I'm joined by your host, the coin collecting, cut creating cunt himself, Flapjack 123.
Did you call me coin collecting? One sec. It says my mic is fucking going crazy with sound. Let me have a little mic test to see if
Mic
that's
test, mic one,
true.
two.
Oh, it's fucking going crazy with sound. Let me have a
Yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
mic test to see if
Mic
that's
test, mic one,
true.
two. Yeah.
There's no background sound. Just my mic got really loud out of nowhere. I think that's a good thing. Is it
Yeah, I
on
hope
my?
so.
Yeah, it's still on my like standard. Oh, I think because I replugged it. I did my whole. I cleaned my
Oh, yeah.
PC and all that
Yeah,
shit. So
you have to redo like the audio tracking for OBS
yeah, so I think that's it. That's a
or
good
whatever
thing,
you
I
use.
guess.
Do you use Streamlabs?
Yeah, Streamlabs.
Mm.
I can't be bothered setting everything up myself.
Yeah, OBS. OBS is some shit. I recorded the most coveted podcast with me and Triple G. So I recorded that through OBS. I recorded Spurg's streams through OBS. That was fun.
Spurk streams.
He used to stream. I think I still have the video somewhere in my files, but it was on YouTube as like a private video that you could only get with like a link,
Yeah.
and still got reported for hate speech. It had like 30 likes, no dislikes, like 300 views. I'm like, oh no, it's getting a little. It was the biggest video on my channel. And it was privated.
Bro, talking
So
about
now,
getting views. I almost.
now I have a community strike.
Oh, I see. Talking about getting a lot of views. I almost hit 1K views
On
on
that
my.
video that you were doing.
Yeah, bro. I was like, so for context, there's a new Sabaton song. Okay.
Yeah,
And they make songs about history, and I'm really into history and shit.
yeah.
So I
What
was
happened to
like,
podcast?
so it was like 1 hour, like it released like 1 hour ago. I listened to it, I liked it a lot,
Mhm.
and I was like, I see all these people hitting millions of views with making like fan videos and stuff, right?
Right.
I was like, fuck it, I'll just make one with like World War II footage. So
Nice.
I made one. First, like 30 minutes, like 40 likes and 500 views. That isn't that much, but for me, that gets
Yeah,
like 30
for
views.
real.
That's a lot.
Ah, that's a good amount, dude. That's
Yeah,
awesome. I'm proud of you.
I was
That's
like, hell
dope.
yeah, just be first. That's all.
You
Just
just
need-
gotta be first. It's like right time, right place, right context. Like you can do anything. You can go viral for anything.
You can
Again, I had
nowadays
a I had a few tweets go viral on my old account back when I was like
when you were a
big on
libtard.
Twitter. Yeah, when I was a libtard on Twitter. That was fun.
It was
That was
fun.
fun. It was
So
fun.
what picture are we gonna have up today?
Oh God, we just gotta have the standard YouTube apology screenshot.
Uh, did you prepare
Oh,
one?
not really. I'm gonna kind of go off the cuff, but I think episode 3 was like a cursed episode because
It was.
everything it was 3 days ago, and all of a sudden everything is just wrong. Everything in that episode. The whores are gonna stay whores. Simone Biles was right the entire time. I
Well,
don't know what I'm
to
gonna do.
we'll get into it fully later, but to be honest, I still think it's kind of weird to still walk off when you're already halfway in, you know? But I
Yeah,
get it, you know?
yeah. As I read about it, I was like, okay, I get it. Her aunt had apparently died 2 days prior. I had no clue of that. Maybe she thought like, okay, I don't want to let my team down. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna get into this bitch, and then it just all went to dog shit. So she was like, well, I could either stay in and not perform at my best, or I could leave it to these people that I've trained with for years and have them do it because I trust them. And it's like, okay, you
Fair
got
enough.
me.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I'll always admit when I'm wrong. I'm a very humble man. I'm probably the most humble man on the face of the planet.
People who
Um,
say you sound like Steve. Oh, what's his name in the office? Michael.
mhm.
I'm probably the most
Yeah,
humble person ever.
I think that's the mass bleak character. Is I'm just so humble. I'm never too big. I'll always
Bro,
take the high road. Always take the high road.
I swear to God, um, what you like? You said the massively character. I had a massive mental breakdown like a couple of days ago. Only yesterday, Jesus, about being a character online. I was like, damn,
What?
because I'm not
Did you
like,
have like an identity crisis?
yeah, bro, like
Holy shit, dude! I'm sorry. That sucks.
because on this podcast, I'm real, like I'm who I am, right?
Yeah.
But like when I enter communities or people I don't know, like I don't mind being an idiot to make people laugh. Like I don't give a shit if people think I'm a fucking retard. If I can make
Yeah.
them laugh,
No.
I'm cool with it. But a lot of times I keep doing that, and people don't realize that I'm joking, and they actually think I'm fucking retarded,
I
you know.
actually think you're retarded.
And they don't want to let me like into the deep group then, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, that's also like the whole you treat yourself like a joke, they're gonna treat you like a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Also,
fell
it's
into that a lot of where I try to like just be like, oh guys, I'll just be I'll be the Meg, I'll be the lightning rod, and then you become the Meg and the lightning rod, and it's like, oh fuck, I fucked
I
that up.
fucked up.
I,
Yeah.
I fucked that up. So now
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave forever.
Yeah. I had a fucking
I think
mental.
that's it.
I went crazy about that shit yesterday. I was like, God damn, no, I can't be the
Uh,
fucking idiot.
it's what helps me cope is
Cope.
it's ones and zeros, dude. It's the internet. They're gonna forget about you in like 10 days, so it
True.
doesn't fucking matter. I went to Destiny server.
Oh, the
So,
liberal.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
started spouting off the N word, and
Yeah,
for shits and giggles,
they're
for
crazy.
shits and giggles. And yeah, so there's apparently a video out there of me doing that because some guy was like, "Yeah, I have a button, a keybind on my keyboard that will record the last 5 minutes of Discord." I'm like,
Okay,
"Is it that serious?
bro.
Do you want people to fuck up?
I
Do you
had my
want people to fuck up?"
I had my WoW whispers leaked where I was talking shit about people,
Hmm.
because yeah, they're fucking retarded. And
Yeah,
some guy with me on Discord. I'm gonna
you play
leak him.
WoW.
I'm gonna leak him. I have them. I'm gonna leak them on the server. And I was like, "Oh, okay, do it." And then they did, and no one gave a shit.
No one gives a shit, dude. The same thing. You weren't there for it, but Spurg had about 3 weeks in the Dick Show server of where he was God. He could do no wrong. Like everything he touched was fucking gold, and he was making fun of this kid named Necro Bloodspawn. Necro Bloodspawn is this big fat kid who didn't have sheets on his bed. All the dickheads came to his house because his roommate is actually one of my best friends from the show. And so all these dickheads are in his house, and this is back when I lived in Ohio. So it's like me, Bag of Schmidt, and Scar from last week.
Hmm.
We're all on Minecraft together. We're just playing Minecraft, just dicking around.
With
And
the
then
boys.
Necro comes in. Yeah, it's just you're just dicking around, just being boys, building giant penises. Shit we do on Minecraft.
I grew up with that shit, bro.
Yeah. Necro comes into the chat. He starts playing with us, and we're like, okay, cool, yeah, Necro's here. And then we start to realize, starts to dawn on us, it's like, aren't there like 15 people at your house right now that you could be hanging out with? He's like, I don't really want to talk to them. That's Necro. The guy who sits in his room when there's a party outside. So, Spurg makes a big old meme about Necro judging off of this party because he gets a snapshot of Necro's face. Necro's face we didn't know what he looked like. So we finally get a shot of Necro. He's fat. He's got a neck beard. He's got glasses. Looks just rough. And he gets a shot of his bedroom. 2 pictures. Just 2 pictures. Oh my god. The shit we were able to do with those 2 pictures. Spurg made a song, that Big Chungus song, but it was Necro's real name. Necro's real name is Andrew. Like, you're not gonna find him. He's just some dude. He was big Andrew, big Andrew, big Andrew. And oh my god, Necro, spazzed. Necro literally like was in voice chat just spazzing out, and he was like, I'm looking up legal repercussions that legal routes I could take for this. I want my picture off the internet.
Oh my god.
So at one point he leaks Spurg's address. It immediately gets deleted because the mods on the Dick Show are like very on top of their shit. He posted again immediately after it gets deleted. Spurg's on stream in a bunny outfit on Omegle with a blow up George Floyd doll. And we tell him, we're like, hey, Spurg, Necro leaked your address. He's like, oh, okay. Kept going about his fucking business. We ripped Necro to shreds.
Is he still with you guys?
Memes... Oh, no, he left long ago. Well, he ended up dating a tranny. A tranny who would delight in like embarrassing him in front of the server. So, yeah.
Healthy relationship
right now. They're living together right now. They moved down to Bumblefuck, Georgia, or something like that. I think Alabama. I can't remember.
If he's happy with it, why not?
I don't know if he is. He was a virgin before that, and then he the tranny had a penis, and he thinks he's not gay. But I don't know. I don't know.
Fuck it. Oh, I just discovered my video got blocked.
Which one?
It's a big one. It's blocked in some countries. I can still watch it.
Fuck that. Some countries. I don't give a fuck about some countries.
Bro, did you know one of my videos got blocked in Turkey for being British propaganda?
Nice.
It was also a Sabaton video, and I had some like British history thing in it or something, and the Turkish government was like, "Get it off here, get out."
Yeah, we can't have that. We can't have that on our airwaves.
It's not good.
OnlyFans is going back to porn.
Oh.
They were able to secure payment processors, so the whores are going to continue to be whores. So there's still a chance we might get Pokimane ass pics.
Maybe one day.
We'll get the Pokimane butthole one day.
G Money said, I thought plushie George Floyd... What? I thought it was the plushie George Floyd doll. I don't fucking know.
Oh, yeah. It was like a plushie. It wasn't a blow-up doll.
And Beckman Schmidt said he licked the tip.
He did lick the tip. He did lick the tip of a penis. But he's not gay, guys. He's not gay.
He's not gay.
He's not gay.
He just... Who's that one guy who...
I was excited about OnlyFans not having porn anymore. I thought we were going to get cute Hooters girls again. I was kind of excited.
Is Hooters still... like, is that the actual thing?
Oh, Hooters is still a thing. Hooters is definitely still a thing. They had a moment right after that recession in 2009 where they had to scale back, so a lot of their locations went down, but they still have all like the flagship ones in like the more southern areas. They're doing fairly well from what I can
Hooters
tell.
is just straight up like... They're straight up with what they're doing, right? Like they don't...
Oh, most definitely. It's called Hooters. That's a euphemism for tits.
Yeah, but they don't try to hide it. I saw a picture of some ugly chick. She wasn't hired or something. And she stood outside with a sign, "Stop treating women like objects." And then the girls who worked at Hooters came outside with like fucking food for her and stuff like that, just making fun of her.
So I mean that's kind of a big thing in the U.S. is there's some bars in very like high population areas, like trendy areas, that do less of an application process and more of like a casting process of like you have to send in a headshot. It's like less about your skills and more about the looks, just because it's to fit in with the brand, and like people are gonna go to a place just because they have pretty girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean that's...
Bar I go to, I like my bar because the girls actually know how to pour a fucking drink, so I get a Wild Turkey and Coke, and it's stronger than the ones I pour, and I'm like, okay, fuck yeah, I can. If
you go to Hooters for like to try to pick up chicks, you're already filled because they get like 2,000 a day.
Oh yeah, I mean there was this somebody sent it to me, but it was like one of those like put a finger down if you've and it was like put a finger down Hooters edition. Put a finger down if you've been harassed by a customer today. Boom. Put a finger down if you've gotten $100 tip in the past 2 weeks. Boom. And it's just like it was all like these really extreme things. It's like I've gotten $100 tip maybe once, but it was on like a $500 check. So it was like,
Damn.
yeah. So it's just like these girls live such a different life from any kind of serving, waitressing job to ever exist. Oh, I have a little bucket of ice now, so I don't have to make so many trips.
FA just... Dude, I swear to God, FA, he sends me like Fuckboy the song 20 times a day. Just sending it without
This has to be a
context.
meme. This has to be a
He
meme for
actually
him.
likes the song. He likes the song. He just put in general the song at the flapjack at mass. Keep up the work, bro. They roasted the shit out of me yesterday because
What happened?
they were gonna go to the gym on Monday, but I had a podcast. I couldn't go, so I was like, nah, I'll come tomorrow.
Right.
And but they don't know that I like. Not all of them know I have a podcast. Like the guy we go with, only FA knows.
Hmm.
So FA was like, "Oh yeah, he has his podcast."
Oh, you don't tell everybody you know. Hey, I'm on a podcast. Hey, I'm on a podcast.
Most
So
people
you
don't
do
even know
that?
what a podcast is.
I was trying to explain to an old woman what a podcast was because she was asking me. She was like, "Yeah, I was listening to it's like a radio show on the internet." And I'm like, "A podcast? No, I don't think that's what it's called. It was more like if a morning zoo radio show was just like on my iPhone." I'm like,
A
"Lady,
podcast.
lady."
But yeah, he roasted shit of me like, "You really gonna skip the gym for a podcast that no one watches?" I was like, "Go fuck yourself."
It's a podcast we don't even have a fucking name for.
We'll name this later. Fuck it.
We'll name it later. I
But
swear.
I said it. I told him
I
like,
get roasted for that. I get roasted for that. It's like, well, you should name it now. Name it now. Like,
"No, that's a stupid name."
no, fuck you.
I like this name.
Mhm. Me
And
too.
the shortened version, WNTL, sounds good.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's pretty good.
Sounds like a
Did
scuffed
you hear?
basketball team.
Well, it sounds like a WNBA team. Yeah. Oh my god. Google is killing the Groovy bot. Did you hear about this?
Oh, on Discord?
Yeah, they're killing it. YouTube has finally filed a cease and desist to the Groovy bot because what was it? It navigates over
Yeah.
YouTube's front end and past all the advertising. So
Actually, when I go to the gym, I don't want to hear like certain songs aren't on Spotify, and I want to just pick and choose my songs. So I go into a Discord channel, and I just type like /play this and this song, no ads, no problems.
Exactly.
You bypass that shit.
Well, on August 30th and beyond, you will not be able to do that.
Well, there are more bots than just Groovy.
There are a million more bots, but Groovy was like ubiquitous.
We have on our server the rhythm bot. Yeah, that one gets used a lot too.
Yeah. We had like 3 different bots at one time.
Bro, that's such cancer.
People would. It was so cancer. I mean, I loved Groovy bot because it's democracy. Everybody has the same power as everybody. You could skip a song. Everybody has that power to skip a song. It's frowned upon.
It is.
But you have the power. Everybody does have power. It's democracy distilled, and it's a line. Like if you're late on putting in a song, oh, you gotta wait 10 more songs. You may not be in the mood for it anymore. I mean, we had one night where we had like 200 songs in queue, and I was like, I am not. It's 2 a.m. I'm not staying up for this. I didn't even have a job, and I was like, no, I'm not staying up for this.
It's like when you're it's at a certain. It starts out and everybody puts their song in, and you listen to it, and the next. And then everybody starts joining it, and then it's just like, okay, if I have a good song, I'll just put it in, and whenever it plays, I guess. And then you have that one guy with a really shitty music taste.
Dude, don't you hate that? They're like, oh, I just want to hear what I want to hear. I'm like, come on, let's play Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. That's all I want to hear right now. Or I want to hear Fortunate Son by Creedence because I want to imagine I'm in a helicopter over Vietnam.
Bro,
that song makes me want to die in war. Do you have those songs where it's like, I could go into battle after hearing this. I could die for my country after hearing this.
Remember when our first episode, we just talked about Sparta for like 20 minutes long. I've just been reading, like at the gym, I'm listening to Sabaton has this one Sparta song where they get like, and I just listening to that, and I've
Yeah.
just been watching Sparta quotes and shit. Like you changed my view.
Yeah, I try, man. That's all I'm here for. Oh, I'm going to, after I go to Dallas, I'm taking a few more days off from work. I'm going up to Cincinnati, and we're gonna go, me and Bert, my girlfriend, we're gonna go see a wrestling show.
Ooh.
And there's a guy from Cincinnati named John Moxley. His theme song is Wild Thing by X.
I don't remember the.
Right. Oh, dude, you'll have to play it after we get off of it.
Oh,
But
I
it's
know it one. I know it. It's a
Wild Thing.
wild
You make my
thing.
heart sing.
Yeah, that's yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's his entrance music. And I sent it to her. I'm like, babe, you have to learn every fucking word to this because we're gonna be screaming this when he comes out. Because yeah, it's gonna be his hometown. It's gonna be his first time back in his hometown since pre-COVID. So it's like 300 years since he's been back. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna make signs.
Yeah,
I haven't made a sign for a wrestling show before. I'm so excited.
bro. Music really fucking like it changed the whole experience. Like when I play games, for example, when I'm doing anything in general, always have like music themed. So when I play a fucking World War II shooter, I just listen to fucking. I actually listened to That's Life by what's his name again? Frank Sinatra, and
Yeah.
all that like kind of calm and kind of depressing, but also happy music. So and that war in the background, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
And when I like play fucking Shadow War or something, I just have like epic. But like last
Yeah.
night, I was
When
sitting
I
in the car with a couple of friends of mine. We came home from we just played games all day. It was like 1 in the night, and we just had fucking this depressing ass music on. It's that really, dude. Music is really mood setter, man.
Oh, dude, whenever I play zombies, back when that was like a cool thing to do, For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica on a loop.
I actually never listened to Metallica.
Oh, Metallica was my favorite band when I was in like fucking middle school. I was so cringy. I loved Metallica. I still do. Like their first 5 albums, like from Kill 'Em All to the Black Album, like that is just an incredible run of music.
Don't
Their
they
first
have
3 are still the best.
don't they have a couple about World War One and stuff?
Oh, what?
About World War One.
Oh, they have a few. They, especially in their early stuff, it was very war related. Like
What's up
like
with metal
epic
bands
kind of-
and history?
I don't know, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
It's kind of fucking cool.
it's really easy.
Oh, I think
to...
you're thinking. I think you're thinking about One, the song One, that like 8-minute fucking odyssey.
I don't remember anymore. I bet I don't really like
I could sing it to you, but I really don't want to.
my favorite metal band or my favorite band is a metal band, Sabaton, and I don't like fucking metal at all.
I can feel that. I'm not super big into metal. I do like the stories. Like there was that one Norwegian black metal band.
Oh,
that
do you mean the one Eurovision?
No. It was like in the 90s, and some dude like shot himself in the head with a shotgun, and another guy right after
What the
that
fuck?
killed the guitarist. Like yeah, ton of weird shit. Ton of weird shit happened with this band.
G Money says Fight Fire with Fire was a banger album. Never heard of it.
Oh, dude, Fight Fire with Fire off of Ride the Lightning as an intro. That was like what I would do on electric guitar to like practice like down picking, like trying to be really fast, just down picking, because that's how James Hetfield would play. He wouldn't like chug it, which is like going hitting the string on the up, hitting the string on the down, hitting the string on the up. He would just go down the entire time. And I had practice on that song because like it's so much like it's so fast. I can never get as fast as them.
Can you actually play
That's
guitar?
also because I play guitar. They sped that album up. The entire album is sped up like ever so slightly. But that's something they used to do back in like the 80s to make things sound like faster and like move a little bit better. So it's ever so slightly sped up and slightly pitched up. So you can't actually get exactly in tune with how that album sounds. Like you can't sound like 1-to-1 perfect with it unless you like slightly tune your guitar up.
Did you know they do that with movies, but instead of speeding up, they slow them down on like TV, so they can like get one extra add in. So
Oh,
like
they would speed up. They would speed up Seinfeld They would speed up Seinfeld ever so slightly so they could fit like an extra like 15-second ad in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucked up, dude. Like
that's
so,
fucked up.
it's
It's
so
like hitting
slightly
you.
you don't even notice it.
Exactly. So people watch Hulu and they're like, "Wow, Seinfeld's so slow." And it's like it used to be like badoom, 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 but now it's not. Whatever, whatever. It just contributes to the ADHD age that we're in right now, which is fucking stupid.
Talking about music, um, did you know ABBA is gonna come back with a new song, like an album and stuff?
What? Really?
Yeah, I saw that shit on like.
Mamma Mia?
Yeah, bro.
Mamma Mia, here we go again. Abba's
Oh,
back.
didn't they have like a shitload of drama or something? I don't.
I don't know. I was never super into ABBA.
I like their music.
I know they had some hits. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know they've had hits, but
Fucking Man After Midnight or something is fucking amazing. Shit like that. But one weird thing
Orlando.
is, they have a song about everybody knows it Waterloo, right? If you fucking Google
Yeah.
Waterloo, you get that song instead of the actual battle.
Mhm.
I was
Mhm.
listening to it, right? Imagine in like 100 years if they make the same love song but about D-Day. You know, it's a battle where hundreds of people died,
I
thousands.
can't wait. I mean, it's gonna be AI. It's gonna be computer generated. But
Fucking D-Day. He says N-word. You like ABBA? Yeah, hell yeah. Beckel Schmidt said that.
oh yeah, quesadilla. You like ABBA? Yeah, yeah, my quesadilla.
I just realized the N-word just came up on stream and we're live on Twitch. Oh shit.
Nice,
Let me just.
nice.
There we go.
That's how they get people banned, dog.
Yeah, but we're too small. We're still on the radar.
I mean, Justin got away with playing copyright music for 190 episodes.
He's still getting away with it.
He's still doing it. He's still going. He got one strike. He said, "Well, strike one.
And it wasn't
still in my favor. I'm swinging."
wasn't even a strike. It's like your video gets muted.
Ooh,
Like,
God forbid.
yeah, fuck it.
I got them a strike one time because we played battle rap.
Oh.
Yeah, I got them a strike.
Beckel
was
Schmidt
safe.
says my grandma's favorite band is ABBA. Your grandma has fucking taste.
She has taste. No, no saying if it's bad or good, but she does have taste.
She does have
She doesn't have COVID yet. She doesn't have COVID.
yet.
Mm.
The fucking Delta variant
God.
is killing everyone.
The Delta variant. I mean, I've said this before on the show. I'm gonna kill myself if it just starts becoming another panic. I mean, they've already said like, fuck. Some places are doing. If you don't have a vaccine, you have to double mask, and like all this other bullshit. It's like there's a university that's cutting off students' internet if they're unvaccinated.
Why?
It's like, why?
So they
Why?
can't spread any anti-vax things or something?
Yeah, maybe, but first of all, that's censorship and oppression. No,
Yeah.
fuck off. You can go kill yourself.
Why are
This is
universities so liberal nowadays?
So I wanted to bring this in. I have a few things that are just like we're entering 1984. Like it is becoming so Orwellian, so fast over here in America, just based off of the moral high horse that everybody wants to hold themselves to. But there was one thing in Minnesota or something. They've banned the use of a realtor saying the words master bedroom.
Oh yeah, I know that because it's like slavery and stuff.
Yeah, all the slaves that were kept in Minnesota.
That's fucking.
In Minnesota, are you fucking kidding? Because yeah, when I think of Minnesota, I think of just black people toiling the fields in the hot sun, where it snows 364 days a year, and that one other day it's just fucking rain.
I hate that nowadays. Like, we all know words don't have the same meaning for forever, right? Like meanings
Exactly.
change. Why do we make a problem out of words that no one says master bedroom and secretly in their head, oh, those fucking slaves. Yeah, they can't enter my bedroom because I'm the master. Like, no one thinks that. And if you think that, you're fucking
No one thinks
psycho.
that. Exactly, and that's why it's like that was a thing in 1984 was they simplified the dictionary so that nobody could say like any words that elicited any passion or any kind of thing like that. So they're hammering down our vocabulary.
Yeah,
so deeply. And
Bag of
also
Smith says
Apple's
at least we aren't Australia. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. What's going on over there?
yeah, Australia is going wild. I don't know the specifics, but I know that any kind of British adjacent country is just they're getting absolutely
Bro,
fucked with
I was
censorship.
watching Joe Rogan last night. I was laying in bed with the one funny guy. I don't know his name. But he
Joey
said
Diaz.
no, not Joey Diaz. He doesn't come on anymore. I think because he doesn't want to fly or something. Um,
That makes sense.
but
I thought
now
he lived in LA.
yeah,
No.
some different guy and Joe. I mean, fucking Joe Rogan kept saying, yeah, it's because that's what happens when you take guns away from a country. Like, bro, we don't have that kind of lockdown over here. We don't have guns. What are you talking about?
Hmm.
It's
I
stupid.
mean, it's still like they're doing it in piecemeal because they took it away all at once. We'd have a fucking panic, but it's the frog in the water. They're gonna boil it slowly. If you drop a frog into boiling hot water, it's gonna jump out. But if you drop a frog into cold water and then slowly turn it up, it'll die in there. And that's what they're doing. They're just scraping away at all of our moral freedoms
We're
and all of
actually
our
like
ability to just be anybody that we want to be that's slightly different.
over here. Basically, all everything is back to normal again. We
Good.
only have to wear masks in public transport, not inside anymore. Um, so that's kind of chill. And no, if
That's
you
pretty
like,
base.
I go into the bus, I put my mask on, I say like hello to the bus chauffeur, I walk past him, I take it off again, like no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
only the bars are like have to close past 12, and it's only a certain amount of people can go in. That's the
Oh,
only
okay.
thing.
That's not
For
bad.
the rest, everything is just back to normal. Movie
Because
theaters
I
and
know for
stuff.
a while we had the curfew. We had 10 o'clock. All restaurants, every business has to close to get
We had
everyone
a
home. I'm like, yeah, because that's when COVID comes out, right?
bro. We had a straight up curfew. Like you couldn't go out past 10, and at 4 in the morning everything goes open again. And that was so shitty because I had my night walks. Like I was losing a shitload of weight back then. I had like night walks. I went out on like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, took up the 10,000 steps, got back home, and then they were like, no curfew. And but only you could only go outside if you had a dog, because you need to let them out, right? So a bunch of people just bought dogs for the curfew, and then when the curfew was over, they just fucking threw them away.
They just threw the dogs in the trash.
Yeah, basically,
Just gave them their Chinese neighbor.
bro. Prices went up like one dog, like fucking 1200.
Oh yeah,
Our
I can see that.
our new pop was like fucking 800 euros. To be fair, it's a pure race, so it's fucking Aryan.
That's like 40,000 shekels.
It's like fucking 20,000 shekels, bro.
No, it's 40,000 shekels.
How do you know that?
Does- because 10,000 shekels equals 218 euros. Come on, I know how to convert. Stupid idiot.
Dude, you're so fucking
You
weird.
don't know these things.
Shekels.
You don't just have these banks of information in your head. You don't have a warehouse with an Excel spreadsheet and some dude in a hard hat that's like, "Oh, I know exactly where that
Oh
one
yeah, that's
is."
about
Fucking right here, row G, exit 420.
dude. People that actually think like that, visual in their head, are most of the time or really retarded or really smart.
Oh well, guess what? Middle of the Venn diagram. Here I lie.
No, you're more like the retarded part. Bro, I was thinking
I am
about this.
definitely like I'm 80% retarded. I am
Yeah,
80%
about
retarded.
80.
Not fully, never go full retard, but I'm like I'm always toeing the line. Like I could always just take off the shackles, unleash my full power.
Bro, I was thinking about this like last week. Like if so, if someone is retarded, like when is someone just stupid and when is someone retarded? Like when do they have mental disability? Like it would be.
That's when Chris Chan comes into it. We have to always measure ourselves by the Chris Chan barometer, because Chris Chan is both fully retarded and fully stupid.
But
So
like,
we can measure ourselves on an XY graph of top right corner, the maximum, the apex, Chris Chan.
Christian.
You can be more stupid. You could be really stupid, You won't be Chris Chan though. You could be really retarded. You won't be Chris Chan though. I lie about right here. I think I'm like
It's like the moral.
I'm edging the line. I'm edging the line, but like I got a good little mask that I put on.
It's like the political podcast, or I mean the compass.
Yes, it is exactly the political compass.
That thing is so stupid.
Dude, it's the stupidest thing in the world. It said I was like authoritarian conservative. I'm like, no.
Bro, FA is the most.
No.
FA is the most like racist, outspoken guy ever, and he got like liberal left. Like
funny.
fuck off. Because he didn't fill in. I hate black people. He's liberal left. Like,
yeah,
what?
no.
Like
I'll take a political compass test live just to see if I can fucking fudge it.
Dude, isn't that thing like fucking 30 minutes long?
No, you could do this thing in like 6 seconds. Watch me. I'm gonna keep my notes up though. Fuck. Here we are. Okay, cool.
Share your stream. I'll put it up on stream.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Give me 2 seconds.
We're gonna see if
retardation.
We're gonna see how close Maslik is to Hitler.
Can I try for Hitler? Do you want me to see if I can try?
It's like a challenge. How to be Hitler?
Yeah. I'll try for Hitler. Okay, cool. Let's
But
see.
remember,
if
a liberal mate.
Wait,
a liberal mate is. So
I consider Hitler like mid authoritarian left.
I'd say mid authoritarian.
Kind of top. Well, you have to remember he was really racist.
Yeah, but the thing is,
but he was a communist.
No, he wasn't a communist. He was a socialist.
He was a communist for the master race. Communist, socialist. You could socialize.
He hated communists just as much as Jews.
All right. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of multinational corporations. Oh yeah, strongly agree. Yeah, most definitely. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. Strongly agree.
What? You're stupid.
Why wouldn't I?
Why would you support your country when you know they're wrong?
Because I'm Hitler.
Oh, true. Okay,
I'm going for Hitler.
I felt this way.
Remember, this should primarily serve corporations to primarily serve humanity. Well, corporations are people, so whatever. But yeah, humanity, totally.
Wait, let's do this. We say our own opinion, then we say Hitler's opinion, and then we answer the question.
Yes. Okay. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. I disagree with this. You should be proud of where you come from. You didn't choose it. But you should, if you like your country and you like some of the freedoms and the things that they are given to you and the life you were able to create in your country, you should definitely be proud of it.
Yeah, because like without people being proud of the country, a country basically fails. Because why support the country and stuff like that?
Exactly. Why would you go fight for a country that you're not proud of being a part of?
Also, I'm gonna make this a fucking 2 guys talk about video. What up, YouTube? 2 guys talk about the political compass to try to get Hitler.
Hi, YouTube. I'm gay.
That's true.
Nobody chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. I feel like Hitler would strongly disagree with this.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll go with that one.
Okay.
Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. I disagree with this personally. I disagree. I think that it's just like we're on an even playing field, dude. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If we're talking about superior qualities in terms of like privilege, like, cause I've had many experiences where being white definitely helped me, and if I was a black person, probably wouldn't have gotten, or like a Mexican, I wouldn't have gotten the treatment that I had gotten in that situation. So I personally disagree with this, but also Hitler would strongly agree with this.
Yeah, this is also what kind of makes me hate this test. Like, who answers? Like, unless you can't be right on this test. Like, you can't be right leaning, unless you're fucking racist as fuck.
Yeah, it's all these questions are so incredibly loaded. It's weird. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
No, I think that's stupid.
I disagree with that.
I think Hitler would disagree too.
Just because we don't, Yeah, I think Hitler,
No, he would
because
slightly.
he aligned with Russia and
Yeah,
he
but then
hated
he stabbed him
communists.
in the back. He just used him. But also he thought the Italians were. I think the Italians like the Mediterranean. You had the Aryans and then the Mediterranean. I can talk. But yeah,
Mediterranean.
so he didn't like them, but he was like, sure, I need an ally.
He needed allies,
Yes.
so
So
he just kind of did it to do it. I think you would agree with this, just in like a strategic sense.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, I'll go agree.
We're try-
Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. Obviously,
yeah. I think this. No,
obviously,
m-
I agree. I agree with this.
yeah,
I
I agree
agree with
too.
this. International law, it doesn't count in like morals. Like if somebody's getting fucked up, if somebody's fucking us up, but we don't really have the coup d'etat or whatever it is, like the right of war or reason of war, whatever that is. It's the Bira Corellius or some like weird thing I learned from what was it? Kingdom Crusade. I learned it from Kingdom Crusade, where you have to have a reason for war. And if you don't have a reason for war, you can't just go and start invading people.
Yeah, yeah. One thing I
Uh,
do hate about the like international law bullshit is who made the international law? The powerful countries, you know.
yeah, exactly. It was written by the victors.
So it's kind of like, is it even fair? But goddamn
There
dog.
is now a fuck your dog.
It's not.
Not literally, please don't.
It's not
Please
my
don't
dog.
actually
It's
fuck.
just a random dog outside, being an
Oh yeah,
asshole.
well fuck that dog. Fuck that dog.
Yeah.
There's now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I agree. I'm in the middle. I wish there was a neutral. There should be a neutral answer, like a neutral little button for this, because I'm like, yeah, like, because satire. You have to remember political satire. That's always going to be, that was a function of entertainment that was also designed to, like, communicate political viewpoints.
Uh,
So it,
yeah.
it makes it palatable for somebody who's maybe not into it and maybe wants to get into some kind of political discussion where they can learn something out of it. So I would go neutral on this, but I think Hitler would strongly disagree because Hitler was really good at
He
propaganda.
fucking yeah. His what's his name again?
Loved propaganda.
Goebbels? No, not Goebbels. He had like one
Goebbels.
guy. His propaganda guy. Bro,
Mhm.
the US and UK bought carpeted, I think it's called, like firebombed the city.
Oh yeah, carpet bombed.
Yeah, and I think like 8,000 people died, like civilians, and
Nah.
his propaganda machine made it look like fucking 80k people died, and people believed it in Berlin.
Well, Hitler, one of his big quotes was, "If you repeat a lie long enough, people will begin to believe it."
True.
So I think he would strongly disagree with that. Let's get into the next one. What are we doing?
It's the
Oh,
hit.
the economy. Oh, this is where we're gonna
Oh,
get. This is where we're gonna get. People are more ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. I agree with this. I don't
yes.
strongly agree, but I do agree with this that people are definitely more divided by how much money they have.
Yeah, because like let's say I think like rich black person still has more privilege than a
Oh, easily, because you can
poor.
just throw money at a problem.
Yeah. Wait,
And it's
Mespley,
like I'm the same.
can you put your cam on and off for one?
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like glitching. But yeah, like when you look at a person, right? You don't
Are we
go,
good now?
oh, yeah, that's good, it's good. Like when you look at a hobo, you don't go, oh, that's
Mhm.
a black hobo. Oh, no, you just go, that's a poor person.
There's a bunch of poor people from the same town Bill Gates was born in.
Yep.
And I mean, Elon Musk is from South Africa. There's a bunch of poor white people in South Africa that aren't Elon Musk. So I definitely agree with this. What would Hitler say to this?
He would say no
He would disagree.
because he hates the Jews.
Yeah, heard that. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. I agree.
I know jack shit about this, but yeah, I agree. Because when inflation gets too
I
high,
agree.
the jobs also going fucked.
If I give a homeless man $1, and we've controlled inflation properly,
He's
that
gonna be
dollar's
able to
gonna
do
be
more with
that
it, yeah.
dollar's gonna be that dollar's gonna be worth way more instead of just like a protein bar, something that's gonna like sustain him for a few hours. This could get him like a burger, fries, and a drink if we were going back to like the old McDonald's prices back from like the 1950s.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah,
Like, and
I mean,
that's a meal for a day.
if you have shitty inflation, like if you have a bad job, it doesn't matter how like you might have a job, but you're still earning jack shit, you know.
So, I feel like Hitler would strongly disagree with this because Hitler was more based on optics than anything. If he had a low unemployment rate, he didn't care how worthless the franc was.
Yeah, he just fucking concentrated on nationalism. If a
Yes.
person is nationalistic enough,
Yeah,
it doesn't care how much they don't care about how much they earn. It's all for the fatherland, you know.
exactly. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Okay.
I strongly
Huh.
agree. Fucking
I agree.
communist
I
flapjack.
agree. I agree. I definitely agree with this. Not strongly agree. I agree with this. Because you have to remember at the end of the day, corporations is a tribe of people that were like, let's make a ton of money together.
Yeah.
And if they want to cut down a forest because they want to sell timber, because they want to make a ton of money, that's what they're going to do. And you can't tell them not to unless you have like a government regulation of like, hey, yo, let's not cut down this because this is a national park. This is something that we've set aside as something that people and like kids can go to and see like, oh, this is what America was before we built skyscrapers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with this. I don't strongly agree with it because I'm not a big fan of the government stepping on people and telling people how to make money. How would Hitler go about this one? Because he wasn't really was
Strongly,
Hitler.
I think strongly agree. Because like all the factories and stuff, the rubber factories, all under his control to make the Nazi machine work. You know.
That
So
makes sense. That
I'd
makes sense.
strongly
So
agree.
he wanted regulation just as an idea, and it's like, oh, if we're helping the environment while we're doing it, that's okay because it is just another sign that I have my thumb on them. They're
Mm-hmm.
under me. Okay. For from each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. So that's a basic communist idea.
I
So whoever can do
wait,
it and
English
whoever needs it.
language barrier. This means like you should do what you're good at, right?
Yes, and you should get what you need.
Yes. Hitler would. Yeah, this is the complicating thing about Hitler. He would agree for his people, you know.
Hmm.
He wouldn't agree for other people. They just need to get that's the stuff to make this happen.
Yes, exactly.
So
I think you would. I think you would slightly agree.
yeah,
I have no real opinion on that. That's why I wish there was like a neutral button. I have no real like set opinion on that kind of idea. It's like, yeah, do what you're good at always. And if you do what you're not good at, you're not going to be a proper contributing member of society. You're going to have more needs than some people because you're not doing what you're good at. But also, you should get paid for what you're good at. So it's like I'm kind of in the middle on it, but yeah. The freer the market, the freer the people. Yes, strongly agree.
free
For
market
me
is
personally,
um
free market. No government regulations. Just I could start a business tomorrow, sell whatever the fuck I want. Free market, free the people. I can go and make money however the fuck I want.
like
As long as it's not impinging on somebody else's like liberties. As long as I'm not like selling child porn or something.
from a Dutch perspective, um, we have so many regulations. It's insane. Like
Oh, believe me, we do too.
I see those Lime scooters in like LA and stuff. That would never be like allowed here. Too many
Really?
possible like. What if somebody crashes? Like, what happens? Not everybody's able to ride those things. Like, they need like 20,000 fucking papers for that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
That makes sense for like that kind of environment. I think Hitler would strongly disagree with this. Like, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. we should be able to control everything. Strongly disagree. This
I
is gonna be
personally
authoritarian. This
I
is gonna be
agree.
authoritarian right as fuck. This is gonna be the most authoritarian right. I can already tell based on just what the questions are asking.
So next one.
All right. It is a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now bottled, branded consumer product. I disagree.
I personally disagree. I think Hitler would agree.
I think Hitler would definitely. I think would he strongly agree,
No, I just agree.
or
I
would he
think.
just agree? Just
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. Strongly disagree.
Like I don't get this question. What do you
Personally,
mean? Like you buy a piece of land. You can just go anywhere.
that
That's
was
stupid.
that was well. This was the thing with the Native Americans. That's how we were able to get so much shit from them because they were like, yeah, we'll trade this land for like these fish and stuff. Yeah, because they didn't think like anybody could own a piece of land, and then we started putting up fences, and it was like, no, don't come on here. We'll fucking shoot you.
I mean, yeah, back in the days it was different, but I'm looking at this from a modern perspective. You know, if we wouldn't buy land, like people are like, oh, but corporations can own everything if you can just buy land. Motherfucker, if you don't, if the land is free, corporations would own everything because they're way faster than you. You know?
Yeah, yeah, but that's also why we have government zoning. So you
Yeah.
can't put up like a factory in the middle of a residential area.
Mm-hmm.
So like that is also a reason that there should be some government regulation just so we don't turn into fucking
North
Skynet.
Korea. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. How would Hitler answer this question? Because I feel like he would be. Yeah, I feel like he would strongly agree with this because he had that like socialist like lean to him. He was like, yeah, I just really want my people to have everything that they want.
Yeah. I think I agree with you with what Hitler would think. I think this test is like because it's probably made by like some student. It's like Hitler would say no because this is a left leaning opinion and Hitler was a right Nazi. You know?
Yeah, but also
Fuck him.
this is how Hitler would answer these questions.
Yeah.
Not how Hitler would game the test. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I feel like I'm gonna put strongly agree just to see if we can kind of game this a little bit.
Yeah.
It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who manipulate money and contribute nothing to society. I disagree.
I hate this question. Like nowadays, not doing something is bad. Like it used to be, if you do something, that's good. You know, like you help someone out, and if you don't do it, it's okay. Nowadays,
Yeah,
it's
it's
if you
neutral.
don't help someone out, you're a bad
bad.
person.
Yeah, you're
Like
not
there is no
neutral.
middle ground. You know.
They take the Good Samaritan story from the Bible and they take it to like 12. It's like, oh yeah, the people who did nothing.
It's
I
like
mean, there's also the quote that it's like the Nazis happened because good people stood by and did nothing.
hey,
So you also have that kind of perspective on it.
like it's a say. This was on Twitch a thing. You know, streamers started donating to like small streamers to help them out, and
Yeah, that
instead
was
of
awesome.
praising the streamers donating, they started shitting on the streamers that weren't donating. You know, like come on.
Like sorry, that's not my MO. That's not
Yeah.
something sorry I have to hop on to every single fucking trend that has ever existed in the history of this platform just to remain relevant and just to be in your good favor. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hitler would be neutral on this, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, oh, Massbleak has the same opinion as Hitler. I'm neutral on this. I disagree, actually. I disagree with this. Because, like, if you're making money, you're contributing something because your family has food. And that's another family in America that has food on their plate.
I think Hitler would.
Not going to be mad about that.
Because Hitler was like all for the fatherland, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So he would be like, fucking give everything you have to make the Fourth Reich.
It's there. It's there. Go and get it.
Yeah.
Disagree. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade.
What is
Protecting your own
protectionism
interest.
again?
Protecting your own interest. Like maybe I don't want to work with maybe I don't want to work with Cuba because we've had this big beef with the U.S. and Cuba had this big old beef for a long time. So maybe I don't want Cuban cigars in America because I don't want this propaganda, this sellable propaganda to people of like, oh well, Cuba has this really good product, so maybe we shouldn't hate them as much.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Hitler would strongly agree.
Hitler would strongly agree. He would only want German-made products.
They should know like sauerkraut and stuff. During World War Two and World War One, mainly World War One, people started to stop calling it stop. It was like Liberty Kraut or something.
Liberty Kraut, and then we made our own version called coleslaw, which sucks. Coleslaw sucks. Sauerkraut is fire. Smells like shit. My mom would make sauerkraut every so often. It smelled like shit, but it would taste amazing. It's like have you ever had Brussels sprouts?
I don't know, but I think so.
Brussels sprouts. So
Like
I mean, another
the
Hitler,
Dutch
Brussels.
translation for sauerkraut is zuurkool.
What does that translate to?
Sauerkraut.
Okay, cool. But we had Brussels sprouts, and if you fried Brussels sprouts, they would get like this like black like kind of layer on them, and it would smell like old gym socks. They tasted amazing. They like because you would have that, and you throw a little like Parmesan cheese on top, and then you would have like this little garlic sauce. So your breath would be on 12. Your breath would be awful, but that taste, because you just peel it off layer by layer, and soon you get to like the middle where it's like kind of soft. Oh god, it was so good.
If
It was
food
so good.
makes you
That was
smell
my favorite restaurant.
if food makes you smell like shit, it's probably good.
Garlic. Whenever I order a pizza, dude, I spend like $4 on 8 different garlic sauces because I just love it
Yes,
so much. I
dude.
keep it in my
Pizza
refrigerator.
pepperoni with garlic, best thing.
Oh god. Uh, do you have Jets over there? Jets
Jets?
Pizza?
No.
Oh, dude, Jets Pizza, they have this thing where you can put like a flavoring on the crust, and it's a thing called Turbo Crust. It's just garlic and Parmesan cheese. It's so fucking good, and it makes my breath smell awful. So like my girlfriend will talk to me for a minute after I've had it. She's like, "Go brush your teeth." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I
Okay.
will." I
Ba-
will. But this was awesome, wasn't it?
Dude,
Alright.
Bagel Smith said I can knock this out in 6 seconds, mass bleak.
I know, but we're having a political discussion.
Yes, god damn it.
We're like
We're trying to be Hitler. Let us be.
we're 2 of 6. Oh god, we have so much to go through. We're gonna bang this out. Okay.
It's content, motherfucker.
The only social responsibility of a company should be deliver a profit to its shareholders. Oh, strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree, and I think Hitler would agree.
Hitler would strongly disagree. I feel like because it's like, oh no, you have to give back to the Aryans.
Wait, shareholders are those are like investors, right?
Yes, the investors.
Oh, never mind.
I agree with this. I agree with this completely. I'm like, yeah, your only responsibility is to make money. That's why you made a company. But I feel like Hitler would strongly disagree. The rich are too highly taxed. I disagree. I disagree fully. I really disagree with this.
In the Netherlands, we're fine. If you're rich, like if you make money over here, people that own companies, 50%. Like, geez, it's a lot, you know.
Hitler would strongly agree because he wants more money for the Reich.
For the Reich.
For the Reich. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of healthcare. The Jews had higher money.
I mean, I agree. Like, I get a shitload of money for this. I agree with this in real life.
I agree with this in real life.
I mean, I think everybody should have like a standard one that's good. But if you can pay more, why not? You know?
Yeah, that's why I'm not mad at Magic Johnson for having AIDS and then being able to like cope with it because it's like he had money for it.
Yeah.
Governments should penalize businesses that mislead the public.
Yes, I think false marketing is really fucking annoying.
Yeah, I agree. I slightly agree.
I think Hitler would also agree.
Yeah, I think Hitler would agree. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predatory multinationals to create monopolies.
I don't even know what the fuck this question means.
So a monopoly is
Just like you scam the shit almost. Like it's all in your favor.
you so let's say we found a country. It is the we'll name this later country.
Mm-hmm.
We'll name this later Avania. It is one country. I own every oil manufacturer in this country. You cannot buy oil unless it's from me.
Yes.
That's a monopoly. That's a monopoly because it is
You
one
decide the prices. You decide the
corporation.
market. Yeah.
Exactly. I decide the market share. If I want to up the price of oil by 700%, I can. That's a monopoly.
And that's not
That
good.
hurts the American people and takes money out of my pocket because now I am at the bidding of this big corporation that I don't know any of the people in. So I agree with this personally because if we're going for a genuine free market of everybody should be able to start their own business, like some guy should be able to have an oil rig outside, just mine some oil and be able to sell it and get money off
Mm-hmm.
of it. That's a genuine free market. So I would strongly agree with this. Hitler would want a monopoly, but not a multinational
It depends.
monopoly.
If the monopoly was if the monopoly was owned by the Nazi Party, he would do it. You know.
Mm,
I think no, but the thing is with Hitler, he actually like made big businessmen. He made them owners of like, Schindler's List, right?
yeah,
He was a
of course.
business guy, and they made him an owner, or like they gave him ownage of like a concentration camp. I think it was, or like
Okay.
a work camp. So Hitler used to give
Probably a
like,
work camp.
yeah, Hitler used to give uh business guys like positions in the Nazi party, so he can make like all the monopoly runners.
Where would we fall on this?
Probably that's a complicated one.
I'd go neutral. If I had a fucking care, I'd give it a neutral.
I
But
just say
I'd go
agree.
okay, I go agree. All right, cool. We're halfway done. Abortion when the woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal.
This,
Oh,
are you pro-abortion?
I strongly disagree with this one. I think if you want an abortion, go fucking do it, but also like run it by the guy first.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But also Hitler would strongly agree with this. All authority should be questioned. Oh no, Hitler would strongly disagree with that. Also, all authority should definitely be questioned.
Yes.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I agree.
I don't.
Justice should be served.
What is this
The
one?
punishment should eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. The punishment should fit the crime.
Okay.
You shouldn't be overly punished. You shouldn't be underly punished for a certain crime.
It's like you kill someone, you get killed.
Yes, exactly. Yes, kill or be killed. Kill and be killed.
I agree, but not strongly.
Hitler would strongly agree. I can
Yes.
guarantee that. The taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums.
Wait,
that
wouldn't
can
he
be-
strongly disagree on that? Because if you stole a piece of bread, or like if you only did a small thing, you would also get fucking death penalty and shit.
If you were Jewish.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. I strongly disagree with this. You should always support the arts. And I
Yeah.
feel like Hitler would strongly disagree with this too because he loved the theater, he loved the arts.
He was an
a former
artist.
himself. Yeah, so I feel like he would strongly disagree with this.
I think this one is complicated because like modern art and stuff shouldn't be like fuck modern art, you know?
Yeah, but also it's when it's theaters and stuff like that. You also have the people that are actually going out there and doing it. And in museums, I feel like should be more localized. Like you can have the Louvre, like the big modern arts and stuff. Like museums, like there's like the the later Vania, our
Yes.
little small little island country in the middle of nowhere. Later Vania. We should definitely have, if there's like little sections, little pockets, there should be local museums.
Yes.
And it's just people from that area have their art put up in a museum that you can go to and you can pay like $1 or get in for free on certain days. And you should be able to go and just look at art and just look at like, wow, we were apes a million years ago, and now we're creating these things that I don't even know how, but they are making me feel feelings. by
Mm-hmm.
just looking at a picture. I feel like Hitler would strongly disagree. I feel like Hitler would want the arts to survive as long as they contributed to his vision. I mean, he put up a ton of statues and stuff, so like I don't
Yeah.
know. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. I strongly disagree with that.
No,
I
because
mean, you can
if you tell a
you can cut
15-year-old,
class.
if you tell a 15-year-old, hey, you don't have to, you can choose if you go to class or not. What do you think they're
They're
gonna
not
say?
gonna go to class.
Yeah, of
They're not
course,
gonna go to class. I mean, I would skip. I would skip class. I skip class all the time. I would go.
bro.
I
I
would
had
skip
like,
class. I would get rides with like girls I knew, and we would go to Chipotle down the road, and we'd sit at Chipotle for 2 hours. And I would go home at the time I was supposed to get out of class, and
bro.
I'd be home. I'd just be like, oh,
We had like
home.
this list of like when you're in school and when you're not in school, like how many hours. It's like 50-50 for me. It
Uh,
was bad.
Hitler would strongly disagree with that. I feel like he would definitely support children's education.
Yeah, in his version, of course.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean,
The
he changed the
Hitler
entire.
youth. Yeah.
Yeah. All people have their rights, but it's better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. I strongly disagree with this. I feel like everybody should have the same rights and we should all be held to a certain standard that doesn't impede on any kind of differing opinions. Hitler would strongly agree with this,
Yeah, this is
though.
no brainer. Yeah.
This is a no-brainer for Hitler. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children.
I
I agree.
strongly agree. I think Hitler would
I
also.
agree.
Actually, would Hitler?
Yeah.
Hitler got fucking slapped as a kid. Like he got knocked the shit out of
But
him.
that also contributed to his vision.
Yeah. So I think agree.
It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. I agree with that.
Yep.
It's natural for them to keep secrets. I feel like this is more of just like a viewpoint on life. And it's like, yeah, it's natural for you to keep something from your parents.
I think Hitler
Definitely.
would
Hitler would
this
just agree.
because
Really?
he literally sent girls to school to become mothers, to teach them how to become mothers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll take that. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense.
I
Oh,
strongly
strongly. I
agree.
strongly agree.
Yeah.
I feel like Hitler would be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
I think it was Hitler anti. He gave the fucking Nazis meth in the invasion of
Exactly.
France. So yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
he was
The
like,
prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. I agree with this.
yes, I agree. And Hitler would also
agree.
agree he would make a fucking soldiers.
Strongly agree, I feel like.
Oh, fuck.
People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Hitler would strongly agree with this.
I don't know how to think
I
about this one.
personally I personally disagree. I feel like if you want to have kids, go for it, but you have to recognize your kid might be a little fucked up, and you have to weigh that out in your own head. If like the idea of having a child outweighs that to you, fucking go for it. But you have to recognize the risks that you take when going on like if there's like a guarantee that they're gonna inherit these certain genes, because there are genes that are certain your kid's gonna inherit this.
Mm-hmm.
Your kid's gonna be fucked up. Your kid's gonna have a ton of medical problems, type stuff. So I personally disagree because that impedes on people's personal liberty to decide when they want to have kids, and this would require government regulation on if somebody should have a kid, and that's going too far. You should not be in my fucking bedroom.
Yeah, Hitler fucking killed people with Down syndrome, so we
Mhm.
all know his answer.
Hitler would strongly agree with this. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. I disagree with this.
Uh,
The most important thing for children to learn is that they're their own person, and that they want whatever opinions they have, as long as they're not fucking with somebody else, they should have those opinions.
I agree with you, but I feel like kids nowadays think they can, like, they should.
You're a kid nowadays.
I mean, like, yeah, true. But I mean, you see kids nowadays like fucking telling their parents what to do. That's crazy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So yeah,
I
they
feel
should
like
be slapped.
Hitler would agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a fan of spanking. It works. It doesn't make you a bad parent. It's just like sometimes
Bro, I saw some video of a kid.
spanking is an easy way out. It is an easy way out. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
we finished the bottle. Bless the bottle, boys. Bless it.
Bless the
Bless it.
bottle.
Bless it. Cool beans. You were good.
I
You were
saw
good,
some
bro.
video of a kid that cried for 13 hours straight on an air flight, like overseas.
I
Like,
beat that kid.
and his mom said in an interview that he didn't have his tablet, so she apologized and said it was her fault. Bro, I would have smacked the shit out of the kid. In the comments,
Oh, dude. Yeah,
some
that's.
in the comments some black lady said like she had like the sassy black lady picture. I would have smacked his ass and stuff. And in the comments to that comment were like, "Oh, but you would be in jail. That's child abuse." I'm like, shut
No,
shut
it's
up.
not. No, it's
The
not.
kid was crying
Child
for 13
abuse is-
hours.
Child abuse, and I could get on a rant about that. I don't really want to. I feel like Hitler would strongly agree because he loved Hitler Youth.
Yes.
There are no savage and civilized people. There are only different cultures. I disagree with this. I feel like Hitler would strongly disagree with this.
I
But
strongly
disagree.
agree.
I'm like, really? I feel like
Yes, of course.
there are. Oh my God, have you seen like there was this like island of untouched people, like people who had never seen other humans before, and it was like this just tribe.
Yeah, the
And
one
so some white people,
Sentinel
some
Islands,
white
right?
people, yes, some white people tried to go and like
They got spared.
spread the gospel of God. Oh yeah, they got killed.
But
Yeah, they're fucking
that's
savages.
but that's
Don't
the
go there.
that's the
Don't go there.
culture.
That doesn't negate my opinion on that they are fucking savages.
Yeah, but if
And
that's
they
not the
should be-
question
and
though.
yes, it is a different culture.
If that
It's a
exact
savage
person,
culture.
if that exact person was born in Europe, they would not be nothing like that. So it's the culture that made them like that. It's not the person itself.
Okay. I agree with that. Okay. I've definitely changed my opinion then. No, I agree with that then. I agree with that. Wow, that's a incredible point. Thank you for that.
Oh wow.
Those who are able to work and refuse opportunity should not expect society's support. Oh, I strongly agree. I strongly agree with this.
What was the question? Those who
are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. Strongly agree.
Yeah, strongly agree. Fuck them.
You don't want to work and you expect this PS5? Go fuck yourself.
We
I'm
had
not
a-
paying for this bitch.
We had a crisis in like 2016 where people, or like 2015, in the Netherlands, we had like financial crisis. Because people were just like we're really liberal with our we call it an like if you just don't work, you get money from the government. I don't know the translation.
Yeah.
A lot of people just got them because they're lazy. I had like these 15-year-old kids, and they would just go crazy in like the offices, you know.
What's the word for it in Dutch?
Waaijong. There's a lot of different versions of it. Like you have waaijong, you have uitkering, stuff like that.
I love learning like different words for like fucking deadbeats.
Fucking waaijong.
What would Hitler say to this?
You would like, bro. If you have one leg, you can still walk. Make a fucking bullet, you know.
Yeah, strongly agree. When you are troubled, it's better to not think about it, but keep busy doing cheerful things. I go neutral on this personally.
Everybody deals with like trouble in their own way. I like to keep busy. Some people just think about it for some time and it goes away. Everybody deals. I think Hitler would like just fucking keep moving. Don't think about your
Agreed.
problems. Think about the Reich.
First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country.
I agree.
Ooh, I agree.
I
with
think
this.
second
I feel like Hitler
generations.
would strongly agree. Second generation could be fully integrated.
I
Easily. If they're
over
born in
here.
this country, they could fully integrated easily.
No.
But first generation, they cannot fully understand because you have to think like they're going to school, like the people their age, their peers. That's where they're gonna get most of their culture.
Yeah, but over here it's like different because I like when you see Mexicans in like second generation Mexicans in America. They're like, no, I'm from Texas. I'm American. You know.
Yeah.
If you all the Turkish people I know and Pakistani and fucking everything, if you ask them where you're from, they say I'm Turkish. I'm Moroccan. They don't say I'm Dutch. Yeah, I hate that shit too.
That's a stronger culture, I feel like, and it's like because like America is a strong culture.
Yeah, over here people don't give a shit about the culture. They know 90% of the people don't know the Dutch fought an 80-year revolt against Spanish to get their freedom. Like people don't know how the Netherlands got made. They just I think
it just existed, right?
Yeah. My brother thought the Netherlands was a major army during World War II. We got taken over in 3 days. Like, what do you mean?
What's good for the most successful corporations is always, ultimately, good for all of us. Let's think about the most successful corporations. They probably employ, in America at least, they probably employ like 100,000 people. 100,000 families. That's good for them.
But also look at fucking Amazon and how they treat.
That's a great point. I'd go neutral on this if I had the.
If I had the fucking option.
This test is so fucking rigged, dude. I hate this shit. Because I either have to agree or disagree. Like I can't just be like. Every other test of this sort always has the
neutral
middle line.
We even have that in our political compass in the Netherlands for like what party you're gonna vote for. Our parties say neutral on some opinions.
It's like because sometimes it's just sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's really bad. Like Ford implemented the 40-hour work week, but also like there's people like Costco who told fuck off to some of their vendors because they were too expensive because they wanted to pay because the vendors were like, well, if you pay your employees less, you'll be able to afford this, and they were like, no, fuck off. So it's like you have both sides, and I don't know, what would Hitler say to this?
He would say
I feel like he would disagree because
he would make people fucking work 7 days a week. Like no breaks in factories to make tanks and shit, you know? So
I agree. No broadcasting institution, however independent in its content, should receive public funding. I strongly disagree.
So this is like a public radio gets funded by the government?
Yeah, like PBS, public broadcasting.
Yeah, we have our 1, 2, and 3, the public... how do you say this? Programming, like 1, 2, and 3 numbers on the fucking remote.
Channels.
Those are funded by the government. They make like documentaries about drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's like here, if you spend like a certain amount of money, like we have different local stations based off of PBS. It's like you can have your own show on PBS, and it's like they'll give you some notes like, hey, don't be racist, don't say curse words, but you can kind of just do your own thing. And it's like, yeah, they should totally receive public funding because like things started out like Bob Ross started out on public broadcasting.
Hitler would 100% agree with this. He would just like put Nazi propaganda 24/7.
Yes, that's wow.
But he would register like, but he would like be on it, you know, like you broadcast what I say.
Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Strongly agree.
I agree with that.
I strongly agree that our civil liberties are being impeded on.
But do you agree with it that they should be able to do it?
Not at all.
I think if
the Patriot Act in America, it began the breach of privacy that is done nothing. It has done literally nothing for the American people.
I never have problems.
There's still been the Boston bombing. There's still been a ton of other terrorist threats and things that have happened that have not been found out by people being able to just search through my phone because they want to search through my phone.
I just like the thing is, like my Siri sometimes just randomly starts playing, and I know they're recording it. I know it. I don't give a shit. Why would I care
No.
if some like they don't want to know what I'm saying? Like if this camera when it's off and they go like some guy in FBI is watching me, okay? Now what?
Yeah, exactly. What are you gonna find, my dude?
Like and if they can stop something with that, I, I'm cool with that.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm not. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it at all.
Yeah, actually, me
Um.
and Effie have two totally separate opinions on this. He hates the idea of the government watching him, and I hate the idea of companies watching me. And he doesn't give a shit about companies watching him.
Yeah, the
And but he
companies aren't the government. Thank
yeah,
God.
but I hate companies
God.
watching me because they're wanting to make profit of me. You know.
But they have an end goal in mind. The government is just watching you just to watch you because you're their citizen. They should have that right to watch you. And it's like, no, no, no. That is a hierarchical idea that I don't want to be privy to. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that to happen. At least a corporation has a fucking end goal. You want me to spend money? I might spend some money. Some Instagram ads I get, I like them, and I'm like, hey, I might spend some money on them. You might have had me there. The government is just like, I feel like it's just one dude on the edge of his seat waiting for me to say
I'm a bomb
bomb
fucking
too many times.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It says like just say one like fertilizer,
Did you know they put you on a
knives.
list?
Like
If you
yeah, they
say
do.
like
I'm definitely on a list.
if you say to Siri how to build a bomb, they put you on a list. My nephew's on the list and shit. It's funny. No one cares about that.
I
So
feel like Hitler would strongly disagree because he wants more regulation. A significant advantage of a one-party state that avoids all arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system. I strongly disagree with that.
yeah.
But
Uh,
Hitler would strongly agree with that.
yep.
Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers should be worried. I strongly disagree with this.
I
No, 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 no. Just like if I have, I don't even know where I'm going with this. But if I have 10 screens up, and I own a corporation, there's 10 screens up, and I'm watching every single one of my 10 employees constantly.
yeah.
Do you think they're not going to change their behavior just because they know they're being watched?
Like what's happening in China with that point system, right? If you step outside in
Exactly.
China, you're being watched. It doesn't matter where you are.
Like, let's say I do like calls and stuff. So I like talk to somebody on the phone and I fix their problem, but they're being an asshole to me. At the end of it, I'm just like, and they can't see me because it's just a phone call. So I'm just like middle fingers up. Just the boss is gonna come to me. And it's like, hey, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? That's not
Yeah.
the attitude we want to have here. That's not what we want to have here. Oh fuck, that's wrong. That's wrong. If I get it out and I don't impede on the company's ability to provide a profit, and I don't have the customer leave a bad review purely because of how I acted,
But do you
there should be
think?
no fucking problem.
I do think there
It's how
should
I
be.
get out and how I deal with the shit that I get constantly should not be monitored.
I do think it should be monitored. Because like let's say,
Why?
it should be monitored but not be watched 24/7. Because if something happens, it's always nice.
Yeah, that's the big if. That's the big if.
Yeah.
It's like if something happens, what are you gonna do about it though?
Like we have, I think it's I guess different. I wanted to say like we have at my old internship we had above the cashier area there was a camera pointing right down what you're doing. So and I'm standing there all day. So basically I'm being recorded all day. And I understand it. I'm working with money, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like
But
again, it's depending on what kind of situation it is.
but also, I at the back of my restaurant we have 2 cameras, and it's out back. It's no customers are gonna be back there, and there's a shed in between the 2 cameras that creates a blind spot. When I want to smoke a cigarette, I go between that blind spot, purely because I just don't want them to even know I smoke cigarettes, even though all the employees know, the owner knows because I talked to them about it. But I just don't want the cameras to see it because it's just like, why would I? Why? 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 And
Yeah, but that
all that does, it's the thing with strict parents create sneaky kids. If you watch me enough, I'm gonna become way more sneaky, and I'm gonna figure out a way to get around it.
but then the argument like, why should you be worried? You know, like it's not. No
Why
one
should
is
I be
gonna. No
worried?
one is gonna. No
Because
one is
my
gonna.
privacy is being
Yeah, but
my
no one is.
privacy is being impeded on.
No one is gonna watch those camera like videos as long as you're not doing anything wrong.
You don't know that. We got a lot of people employed by the government. We don't know what they do.
I mean, yeah.
It's just it's paranoia at its base. It's paranoia, but I feel like it's slightly justified paranoia because like there's companies like Apple that now have an AI that are gonna scan photos in your fucking iPhone to see if there's child abuse going on and child pornography. And it's like, first of all, how'd you create that AI? You had to train that AI with something. And where is that
Yeah.
coming from?
Oh
And
shit!
and,
I
and,
didn't even
and
think about that.
also after that, they said, well, after we see something, we're gonna have a manual review. You mean there's some dude in the Apple headquarters that is gonna be just searching for child porn
First of
all
all,
day?
that's
All
bullshit.
day?
First of all, that's
Oh
creepy.
no! Because there's the same people that are on Facebook and have to look through all the banned content. That job, there's a job for that. Most people last 3 months. There are people who last years in that fucking job.
Yeah.
Uh,
I also
Those are the people you should be watching. The
that go.
people that are watching us should be watched. Who watches The Watchmen?
So what happens when they find it? Like, do you get fucking called by the police, or do they just remove it?
I don't
Because
fucking
you
know. I
know,
don't know the end game. But that front end just looks so bad that I don't even want to know what's going on deep
no,
into that
because
bitch.
this kind of sounds really fucking wrong. When I was 17, you know, news go around in the school of 16-year-old. And me having that on my phone isn't wrong because I'm 17 at the time, you know?
Yeah.
But it's...
But still,
I shouldn't have it on my phone, of course, yeah.
Over here, that's still considered possession of child pornography.
I
You're a minor, so you'll be tried as a minor, so it won't really, anything won't really happen to you, but in
yeah,
a
I was
serious case, you could be charged as a sex offender.
I wasn't fucking stupid. I deleted that shit right away after fucking watching it a couple of times. But you know, yeah, it's still weird as it like I was fucking doing crime, like, but that's the thing. It's kids. It's different, you know. I'm gonna sound really wrong because I'm almost 18 right now.
Yeah, but it's whatever. It's a different opinion. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Oh yeah, I feel
Yes,
like
yes,
I feel
yes,
like
yes.
we all strongly agree with that. Me, Hitler, you. I feel like we all really agree on that.
I know
Yeah,
some
death
people.
penalty.
I know some people who would say no, and they say
Why?
they defend pedophiles because they say
Their argument is built on quicksand.
they say it's a mental illness and you shouldn't kill people for having mental illness.
It is a mental illness. Pedophilia is a mental illness, and there are a lot of people out there who suppress that. I understand, but we have to look at the people who actually take. Because I've told you this before, there are thoughts, words, actions. There are people who go from thought to words to actions. And some people just keep it in their thoughts and they're like, I'm going to control this. I'm going to be able to like just keep this in my head and I'm not going to act on anything that I do, even though it is in my brain. There's some people who say things, but they're not going to elevate that to an action. The action is where we need to start fucking, and it's always reactive, which sucks because they're only going to be punished when when a child is actually hurt. I'm like getting choked up even saying that because that like fucks me up. But when a child is actually hurt, that's the only time that there's ever going to be something like that happen. But that should be punished. There should be a benchmark of, yeah, you assault a kid, you're dead. That is a death sentence, literally, in every sense of the word. That should be the level of crime that you're committing, because that is what you were doing. You are fucking that kid up. If they live to 80 years old, they're never going to forget that moment that you did it to them when they were 5. They're never 75 years, 3/4 of a century are gonna be spent thinking about those 15 minutes, an hour that you fucked them up. And no, you should die for that. You should
Yeah.
die.
Also,
Fuck
I
you.
think it's like when you, I had a different opinion on this. Like 2 years ago, I was anti-death penalty, but I have a niece now. You know,
Mhm.
like it feels.
That's where I was coming
Dude,
from. I was like,
if
yeah,
I
no, they can be
imagine,
rehabilitated. No, they can't. You can't rehabilitate these
no, of
people.
course not, fuck him up. I don't even care about my moral compass. If something happens, you know, he's dead. You know, it's that simple
Yeah,
as
fuck
that.
it.
Yes,
Fuck it.
and I hate
All right.
how the Netherlands. It's illegal to kill. Like our justice system is so retarded. I hate it.
I agree. I agree. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded.
Yes.
Neutral. I'm neutral.
I mean, I don't like it, but that's just the
You
way it
should be
is.
ruled by yourself, first and foremost. You should always rule yourself. And if you can't rule yourself and you have to have other people above you to do it, you're not you're not doing things because you want to. You're doing things because you have to. Hitler would strongly agree with this.
Yep.
Hitler would strongly agree because he was like, well, I have to be able to rule everybody. He was a dictator. He had to rule everybody. But with me, I'm like, you have to govern yourself. And then if somebody else governs you, it should go back to the question of authority. You should always question authority at least a little bit. Never
Yeah,
to the
I
point where
don't
you
like
detriment anything, but
I don't like fucking those people who don't trust government at all and everything they do is a lie. But you should question
yeah,
it.
there's
You
extremists.
know? Yeah.
There's the extremists who are like, everything I'm told, I just think the opposite, which are, I mean,
It's
fuck,
pretty
I'll
stupid.
get into something else. Abstract art that, oh, you'll like this one. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all.
I mean, personally I agree, but I think art is also subjective, and if you think it's art, you know.
That's why I disagree with this, because art is anything you create is art.
I think Hitler would
If it's
disagree.
considered like high art, whatever. But if you consider it, if it came out of you and you create something, that's art.
I think
It's
Hitler only liked
physical
his.
art is a physical manifestation of your creativity, in my opinion. So anything is art, despite the fact that if it means anything or not. But I feel like Hitler would disagree with this also.
Hitler only liked his kind of art.
Yeah,
It is actually recorded that he fucking hated modern art.
that makes sense. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Sometimes. This is one of the.
Yeah, it's
This
again
is one of the sometimes.
somebody
Like,
somebody drug addict. No.
Yeah.
Somebody killed. Yes, you know.
Exactly. Hitler would strongly agree with this. He'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
punish him, kill him. I don't care. Okay.
It's bringing the Reich in disorder. Fucking kill him.
It's a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Strongly agree. I feel like we all strongly agree this.
Some,
It's a
yeah,
waste
some.
of time. Some people are. That's what it says. It says some.
But again,
Fuck
this
it, yeah,
compass is
some.
like
All
this.
day, yes.
This compass is made by fucking liberal. And it's like,
Mhm.
no, everybody should be real. It's so. I hate that. Why can't it just be
hate it.
facts? Everything is opinion nowadays.
Well, I mean, politics are opinions.
True.
Politics are opinions and reactions to facts. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writers and the artists. Neutral.
Wait, what? The business?
The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. I'm neutral.
What do you mean?
Sometimes not. The person who makes your who the
Is it
person
like
who builds houses is more important than the writer of the Great American Novel.
No, fuck that. They're equal.
Yeah, no, they're equal. Exactly. I'm neutral.
He's
What would
good
Hitler
at
say
building
about-
houses. He's good at writing.
To each their ability.
Yeah. Hitler would. It depends. If you're looking this from if you're looking at this from a war perspective, he would be like, you know.
Yes, he was a warmonger.
He
At
would
the end of the day, he was built off of war.
He would rather have build men that can build tanks and shit than have fucking writers, you know. But also,
I go
also,
soft agree.
also he fucking, you know, he loved fucking propaganda. He loved
Yeah.
he was a
Yeah.
writer himself. He made Mein Kampf, you know.
Exactly. Would it be just like a soft disagree?
Yeah, I think that you have
I
no
think it'd be a
neutral,
soft.
so god damn it.
It would be a soft disagree. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers.
Hitler agree, strongly agree. I disagree. It's their own choice.
I'm more of it's your own
Yeah, you should
choice,
also put
but
the.
also like
It's in discussion
you
with
put
your
your
partner,
family
right?
first.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
discussion.
put your
If you're able to put, if you're like, no, I want to work, and the guy is like, sure, I'll take care of the child. Oh, cool, you know.
totally. But it should be a household discussion,
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, your family comes first. So if the mother has a career, it's because her family comes first, and she wants to make money for her family. But if because she is just a mother, and we're not talking about just like women in general, a mother, she has children. So in her career, she is inherently thinking about her kids. So that's being a homemaker, even at its base. That's being a homemaker because you're making the home, you're having the financial ability to make a home. And if your husband's at home, like taking the kids to soccer practice, like making the lunches, all that stuff, cleaning the house and stuff, he is like the more proper definition of a homemaker. But like you guys are even on even footing, and it's the same way the other way of like the woman is home, like doing all the kid stuff, and then the dad is doing the stereotypical dad stuff of going out and making the money. They're both equally homemakers. So I kind of disagree with the wording of that, but I feel like Hitler would very much agree with
yeah. He,
this.
as I said, like the Hitler Youth, the female division. They literally just teach them how to do wash clothes, do raise
Yeah.
children the right way and for the right and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant gener. Oh my god. Let me restart this. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries. I don't care, so I disagree.
Uh,
I,
it's fact they
I
are.
don't care.
They're stealing oil from, and it's not stealing, but they're fucking. They are, yes.
It is pennies on the dollar.
I mean, it's
It's
facts
very
that they're
cheap.
doing it.
What would Hitler say to this?
Hitler wouldn't give a fuck. Hitler
I
just
say
take it by
agree.
force, you know.
Yeah, then it's gonna be a disagree for me. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Hitler would strongly agree with this because he wanted people in the establishment. I feel like I would slightly agree with this because there are systems that you have to work in, and if you want to upheave the system, you have to be a part of the system.
So this question is basically, should you have fucked the system, people, or
You should always have fuck the system people because sometimes they're right.
true?
You should always have people with differing opinions because sometimes they're right.
But Hitler would like, nah, my way or the highway.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like we got that one down. Oh God, 5 out of 6. We're almost there. We have this and another one, and we're almost done. Astrology accurately explains many things. Strongly disagree.
On this, I
Everywhere.
agree with Hitler.
Yeah, I agree with Hitler on this. We've agreed with Hitler twice. Are we Nazis? That's what everybody's gonna say.
Yeah, it's the internet. Everybody's a Nazi nowadays.
Oh! You cannot be moral without being religious. I disagree with this.
Yeah, I disagree. My friends,
disagree.
I did this test with
Hitler was Hitler like a strong Christian?
He fucking hated Catholics. If after the Jews, he went for the Catholics. If that was his plan, if you go to his book and shit, if he would have completed the task of killing all the Jews, then the next would be
Catholics.
Yeah. So
well, he was right with the Catholics because Catholics is a fucking theocracy.
I mean, shouldn't mean they should be genocided. I mean, a guy.
Moving on.
No, wait. That also means the guy who just owns his own business that goes to the Catholic Church would also be genocided. He didn't have anything to do with fucking raping of children. He probably didn't even know it was happening.
Right. I was making a joke, but you're right.
I'm always right. God damn
Uh,
it.
I don't remember the last time I was goddamn wrong. Lil Yachty, 2016. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. I really agree with this one.
No, charity's a fucking scam.
Charity's a scam.
Yeah, but if you
Like
donate something,
genuine person-to-person charity. I'm not talking about like charities, like the corporations
yeah, if you,
that
yeah,
they
nowadays
get
if you
like
donate,
$56 million donated to them, and they give like $1 million to like actually
and the other one goes to marketing, yeah.
just the general act of charity is more
Uh,
important than a government subsidized version of just giving people money.
I mean, do the math, you know. If you, like the guy who you talked about last week or 2 weeks ago, the fucking autistic guy who made the website thing. Do
Yeah,
you,
Temple OS.
he made way like? Do you think he would have made more money of charity or of the government paycheck?
Yeah, he was making his whole paycheck off of Social Security.
So, you know, you can
Yeah,
have a living.
you wouldn't have people like that. There were people that were trying to donate to him, but he donated that money to charities. So it's like also you have to. That is actually wow. That's great that you brought that up. That is fantastic because that is the dichotomy of it. Is like he was getting money from the government, but he was also donating any extra money that he got to people that needed it.
But this is coming from a guy who was basically famous. He was famous on the internet. Most
He
people
was a
aren't.
niche micro celebrity.
Yeah, most people aren't famous. They don't get donations like he gets. You know.
True. True.
So I think
Um,
people would still make more money of the government in general.
where would Hitler fall? Because I don't know.
I
I don't know.
I think charity because he was like he wanted the perfect people, right? And the perfect people give money to the ones who need it.
Some people are naturally unlucky. Hitler would be like, yeah, some people are Jewish.
Yeah, I disagree with this, but
I disagree with it. There's a lot of things that go into your own decisions
I
as a
think
person.
Hitler
so
wouldn't strongly agree because he wasn't superstitious, you know.
Yeah.
But he would agree with like some people are just less, you know.
Yeah. It's very important that my child's school instills religious values. I disagree. I
We
feel like
have
Hitler would
that. We
also
still
be
have that
like,
over here.
yeah, I mean, we have like the we have the Pledge of Allegiance, which instills nationalism, which is another thing that it's like, okay, don't instill
I think
nationalism in me.
even though I don't like it, I still think it's pretty cool that you have to fucking pledge your allegiance to the flag. We over here don't have that. But we have
But
like
that's also idolization because it's like we take this flag as an idol to the government,
yeah.
and it's like we're pledging allegiance to the government.
That's
not
why
to the
that's why
flag.
people get
It's
so
like it's masquerading as like just like it's just nationalism.
that's why people get so
And that's
pissed
why I
off when
hate
you
doing
burn a flag, right? It's like they have pledged their allegiance to it the whole life, and now people are burning it.
Exactly. We place all our values on. There's an old Archie comic where he puts a Bible on top of his refrigerator and he prays to the Bible. He doesn't read it. He just prays to it and makes it an idol to God. And it's like it's a good representation of you're praising something that is it's a representation. It's a means to an end.
Yeah, I think, but we actually in the Netherlands, this is like a big topic now nowadays, because we always had Catholics. Like I went to a Catholic school, but the thing is, it was just a normal school.
I mean, that happens. That happens. People go to Catholic schools, all of a sudden they're indoctrinated. But it's a Catholic school. It's right
No,
there
but
in the name.
Like our schools are Catholic, but they don't teach you Catholic. Only during Christmas they just like say some Jesus stuff, and that's it. But we even had lessons about Islam and stuff. It's like just a normal school.
That's
only
good.
Yeah,
That's really good.
it's a normal
'Cause
school,
you
but
should
they
be able to learn about like the whole religion that wants to kill everybody that's not part of their religion. It's really important to learn about that so you can guard against that.
yeah, it's that's coming from a guy who that has all his friends are Muslim. Yeah,
Banana docs.
my Like, but there are also Muslim schools in the Netherlands nowadays because they're like, wait, if they have Catholic schools, why can't we have Muslim schools? And those actually do teach Muslim, like a Catholic school is just a name. They don't actually teach Catholic stuff. Muslim schools actually teach Muslim stuff, and it's not just a name.
That's like it is here. Catholic schools actually teach Catholic practice.
And I don't like that. I just think
I
every
hate that.
school should
I hate
have the
that.
same education and same.
Yes.
Not even they should tell them what religion is, what they stand for, what they do. Nothing
Of course,
else.
you should learn about it because
Yeah.
if somebody does like they grow up in bumblefuck they grow up in Utah. They grow up in Utah, America.
What's a
And
goddamn
they learn
Muslim?
about and they learn about Islam and they're like I agree with this. Like a lot of their viewpoints, like I've read the Quran. The Quran is actually like a very well written book. It has a lot of amazing values in it of just being a good man and being a good human in society and not just praising God but just having a moral upbringing,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like religion does instill, but as a person in a culture your morals will already be instilled upon you. But the Quran is a great book, so I can see somebody hearing about it, reading about it, researching it, and then being like, I want to convert to Islam. And they should always have the freedom to do that, but as from birth being told you're Islamic, you're a Muslim, you
Yeah.
have to do this. If you don't do this, you won't go to heaven. If you don't do this, you won't get the 7,700 virgins or whatever they promise you in Islamic heaven. But
I think that's
it should be a personal choice. It shouldn't be something you are instilled on from
I
birth.
think just saying this that happens with Islam is kind of unfair. Even though I agree with you, it does happen the most with Islam. But I like a lot of Catholic people.
It happens the most with Christianity. I feel like
Does
the
it? No,
indoctrination
I feel like a lot of Christians like they go to church when they're at the 12 thing, and then when they turn 15, they're like, I'm not going anymore, and they walk, and they say they're Christian,
but you still have those your 15 year your formative years. Really, I mean, like you form yourself as an adult past that point, but as a child, being told, yeah, you jack off, you're going to hell. You're gonna have some like guilt in your body every time you do it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like those little things that are gonna hang up on you for the rest of your life. It's indoctrination. It's indoctrination.
yeah, my
It's
view on
indoctrination regardless of the title they put in front of it. Sorry.
my view on my view on religion is still like I haven't made my mind up on it yet.
I
think-
believe in God. I don't believe in like the Jesus part. It's sketchy to me. That's sketchy. But the God part, I could believe in a multi-universal being that controls things and like puts things in place. But the guy that's the embodiment of God that came down, turned water into wine, walked on water, and then got crucified and then revived 3 days later. Sorry, that's a little sketchy to me. That's a little weird. So I'm shaky on Christ, but I consider myself a Christian because I do believe in God. I do believe that there is this multi-universal being that is kind of like like whenever something happens, I'm like, oh, thank God that happened. Oh, God bless you. Oh, God is good. When something good happens, I just say that. But
I don't. Yeah, I think I'm just superstitious. No, that's the right word. I do think there may be ghosts or something. I do think aliens exist.
aliens do exist. Aliens
But
do exist.
I-
There is life on other planets, but it's not intelligent life. We already know that. So aliens do exist. You are correct.
I used to think aliens was like superstitious. Now I just think it's science. It's just
Yeah, it's science. It's purely science. Also, have you heard of the Great Filter theory?
Yes, that's
I
so
just
scary.
learned about this.
bro, that's so scary. I hate that.
So scary, isn't it?
It's so
That
scary.
any being that was able to reach like I don't want to. I mean, let's put us on a pedestal. Humans are fucking great, but any being that gets to like our level of intelligence
It's
creates
doomed to
weapons that are
fail.
able to destroy
Yeah.
ourselves. I definitely believe in the Great Filter. I
I
believe in the Great Filter, the Great Magnet. The Great Magnet is the God. That's really what I believe it is, like the God, the Great Magnet.
do you
The
think we're
thing that
best?
draws you to do something good, the thing that draws you to do something kind of malicious. There is a great magnet that will draw you to it at different points. It will always appear somewhere different, but you will always be drawn to do something. Like in
Do
your gut, the great magnet. It
do you
will
think we're
point you in the
past the
right
point?
direction.
Past the point of the. Do you think we're past the Great Filter or before?
We're before it. Yeah. I mean, we're on the precipice because we have atomic weapons. I mean, the whole Cold War was based on the fact that we can't actually go to war with each other anymore because we will nuke the shit out of each other and we will end all human life. That was the
Like
only reason that we had the Cold War for 40, 50 years.
the scary
And we
thing
had
is,
a stockpile of 70,000 nuclear weapons. The Russians have nuclear weapons pointed at every major city point in the United States. Like, they have one pointed at Columbus, Ohio. Of all the
bro.
bumblefuck places to point it at, Columbus, Ohio, they have one pointed at us. And it's
I
like, well, we'd be fucked. We'd be fucked.
I saw this picture of what would the world look like after the Cold War, after it actually happened. The Netherlands would be gone, not because they aimed for us, because they bombed Germany. We're just like we're just next to it. Oh shit, you know?
You get some fallout. Like, there's some
Yeah.
you get some fucky shit. You get some people coming in
But
that you may not like.
the scary thing is not even uh major countries starting wars with each other. We don't have to be scared about Russia and America starting war. We don't have to be scared of China and America starting war. We have to be scared of an the World War One effect. We have to be scared of America invading North Korea, let's say, and then China joining the side of North Korea. That's the World War One effect.
But
We don't have
really
to.
have to be. We really have to be scared of China. I mean, that's all we're
Yeah,
scared of over here is China. It's not the Reds. It's not the
the Red
communist
Scare.
Russian
Yeah,
scare anymore. Yeah, it's not that anymore. It's we're scared of China. But
I mean Russia is.
we have a whole last. But we're on the last page of this political compass. I want to see what we get, and then I really have to pee.
Alright.
The top of this test, if you can see it, it says, finally, a look at sex. So we're going to have some really good discussions here,
Oh
Flapjack.
no.
Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. I
No.
disagree. I really disagree with this.
It's part of growing up.
Would Hitler agree with this?
Yes.
Yes, he would agree with this. Okay, cool. A same-sex couple is in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. I agree. I mean, wait, no. Yes, I agree. I agree. They should, if like the gay couple that comes into the restaurant every week, if they are excluded from child adoption, I'd be pissed off because it's like, well, they love each other. It's fine.
I
Hitler would
agree
strongly,
too. I know.
Hitler would strongly disagree with this.
I agree
Hitler
too.
would
I
fucking
know
hate
a lot
this.
of a lot of friends of mine would fucking crucifix me. If they heard that I would
Fuck
agree.
it. Fuck it, who
I don't give a
cares?
shit. I'll say my opinion.
They're faggots anyway.
Is it the word?
But Hitler would strongly disagree with this because he had the pink triangles. The pink triangle is like a big thing in the gay community over here, especially. Like one of my best friends.
It's just a Jewish star, the triangle, but with like the Jewish star on
it's
the.
just yeah, it was just a pink triangle.
Yeah,
And it
every
was like, oh, he's gay. Kill him.
the Jews had the yellow star, the gays had the triangle, political had their own. Everybody had their kind of
Yeah, everybody
yeah.
had their own little like organization. All
their
right.
sign.
Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Strongly agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Strongly agree with that.
I don't know what Hitler's.
Would Hitler would be neutral? I feel like because we don't really know what he.
Yeah,
would,
we don't know
because
Hitler's
pornography wasn't like a thing for them back then. I mean, they had nudie mags, but it would be like
Yeah.
drawings and stuff.
That is also
It
the
would be, like,
complicated
based
thing about this quest. How can you judge Hitler on this test when it's literally from a modern? Like the questions are modern. a lot of things are hard to answer in there because we're for example we're answering those economically in wartime perspectives, you know.
Exactly. We're putting our own perspective on what he would have thought, and he's nearly 100,
Yeah,
like
so
100 years past his time.
I would say disagree.
Yeah. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. Strongly fucking agree.
I think Hitler would disagree.
Me personally, Hitler would disagree, but I strongly fucking agree
I
with
don't
that.
give a shit what you're doing.
You don't. Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. But Hitler hated gay people, so.
Yep.
No one can feel naturally homosexual? Strongly disagree. Strongly disagree with that. You can definitely feel naturally homosexual. Are you kidding me? Do you have to consider that, Flapjack? Yes, you could definitely feel gay.
Yeah.
Just like naturally.
I used to say like, no, it's the culture that makes you gay. No, you're born gay. Yeah. It's like
born gay. Hitler would strongly agree with that because he said no one could feel naturally homosexual. Okay, last question. We're on the last question, Flapjack. We've been at this for an hour.
Yeah, I can do this in 6 seconds.
I can do this in 6 seconds. Bag of Schmidt. I took that as a challenge. I'm like, yeah, let's run this through. All of a sudden, we get on all these weird fucking topics. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. I agree. I slightly agree. Yeah, I agree with that. The OnlyFans shit, like, I agree with that.
I don't give a shit about OnlyFans.
You're making prostitution glamorous.
And
I support sex workers, like people who actually go out and do shit, but you're just preying upon men who want to spend money on you, and you're attracting a creepy audience and then hating that creepy audience because you attracted them to you. Yeah, it's kind of gone too far.
I think it's like they're obviously talking about like also if you disagree you're against education, you know. I think education is really important.
Gay.
But you don't think she should be educated?
No.
I personally agree.
I was being facetious.
I do think it goes too far sometimes. Like a 12, like
it easily goes too far.
A 10-year-old doesn't need a sex ed, you know.
There was this tweet. Oh my god, there was this tweet that's gone around on Twitter, and even like the super liberal people hate it.
Just let them be innocent, you know.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even that. It was, you know, they should make porn specific for teens.
Oh, I saw that. That's
that bad. Tweet. I'll see if we can like find it and like post it up somewhere. But like that tweet is so ubiquitous of the left and how they see things. It's like everybody should be included, everybody should be open. And it's like, no, you're supporting child porn. You don't know what you're doing because you're so blinded by your opinions, but you're supporting teen porn? No.
I mean, did she literally mean
child porn?
Did she literally mean
unless you're
teens?
18, 19, that's no, because they were like, well, we need an entryway for porn. You're trying to talk about a gateway drug for pornography.
Also, you know, kids won't watch that. They will just go straight to the like the hardcore shit.
Yeah,
you know?
That's because I want to see MILFs with big tits. Like, yeah, that's immediately what they're gonna fucking go to. I was 16 once. All I wanted to see was the MILFs with big tits. When I was 16, it was just like, I've never seen boobies before.
Wait, when did you start watching? They started watching at 16.
No,
Well, I was like 12. I'll be honest. I was like 12.
Yeah, I was. Oh my god, I was watching so much porn.
Bro, I need to stop shouting. My parents can hear all this. I was 12 when I started.
I was 12 when I started doing porn. What? That's the world they want. That's the world they want you to live in. It's obviously not. I get the sentiment of like, you should normalize it. Yeah, porn is normal. Like being a kid and like.
And don't cut your dick off.
It's fucking normal. Yeah, don't cut your dick off and then troll people on the internet to thinking you actually cut your dick off when you didn't cut your dick off. Yeah, I feel like Hitler would strongly agree with this.
Agree?
Openness about sex. He would just agree. I'll take that. I'll take
Oh,
disintegration.
I read the question wrong. It's yeah, strongly agree. You should
Strongly
just
agree.
keep it
Cool.
man, woman,
All
mixed
right.
children. Yeah,
All right. Here we go.
here we go.
We've gone through a lot for this. We've gone through too much for this. Let's see where we stand. We tried to be Hitler.
Did we do it?
Did we do it? Oh, okay. We gotta scroll a little. We gotta scroll a little. Oh, they're showing us the basics of the basics of the political
Okay.
compass. We gotta scroll. Here we are. Oh no, it's just showing us where other governments lie. We gotta scroll a bit
Wait, why is
more.
Switzerland so right? I thought they were liberal.
No, Switzerland is very much a protectionist country.
Well,
Very
they're
conservative protectionist
economically
country.
okay. Yeah.
Your political compass. Oh, wow.
What?
Look at us. That's exactly where I thought we would be. That's exactly where I thought we would be.
This is Hitler.
I think we did it. This is Hitler.
But if you look at what they think Hitler is, it's on the
Hitler's top right. Like,
yeah.
top right all the way.
This
But
is more
that's
close to
Hitler.
this is more close to Stalin, I think. What they think Stalin is, again.
Yeah, what they think Stalin is, but like this was Hitler because Hitler was a nationalist, Hitler was a racist, but he wanted the best for the people that he deemed worthy. So, I feel like this is where he would really lie.
I'm surprised this chat test doesn't say when you go down and you're on the right, you're a piece of shit human being. Just change your opinions.
This is communism. This is where a lot of people like who think they're communists. This is where a lot of people like really lie is like top left because they want the government to control everything and like be able to subsidize all their fucking wages and shit.
Hitler was he's in political compass inside of political compass.
Most definitely. Does it show like where?
I think if you scroll down a little bit more.
I did scroll down. They do have one. I'll see if I can find it. I'll find it on another screen and then I'll put it up because I want to see Hitler.
Damn, that was fun as fuck.
That was really fun. I feel like we got a lot of good discussion.
If somebody watched this full video, they know our political standpoints exactly.
They really do. They really, really do. Okay, we got a Reddit post. I feel like this is gonna be fucking accurate. Oh no! I'll put it up. I'll put it up.
I have it on your screen.
There we go. There we go. That's where they think Hitler lies.
It's at least not top right, I guess.
Oh yeah, very, very authoritative. Let's see what they say. I feel like his conservative value should be -15. What does that mean? What does that fucking mean?
Yeah, just talking fucking coordinates, fucking.
Yeah, no, that's the political compass memes chat is really funny, but the actual political compass subreddit is just cancer. It's just cancer.
I keep forgetting to change our name. We're still on episode 3. God damn it! Let me change.
We're episode 4. Episode.
I'm such an amateur. What the fuck?
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Episode cuatro.
Quattro.
All right. I'm gonna pee real quick. I'm gonna get some more ice. I'm gonna take a little break. We're gonna keep Hitler's political compass up so you guys can see it. And actually, we're gonna put Hitler's real political compass
up.
The
real one.
So you can see it. And I'll be right back. Okay?
I'll vamp.
Yeah, just vamp, monologue, do whatever the fuck you want.
Hello to I don't know if people are still watching. This was fun as fuck, I gotta say. Damn, I never knew Maslik was such a liptard. I never knew he was when he keeps telling me in college he was such a liberal. Also, for anyone who's watching right now, on our YouTube channel there's a new video out. For the people who don't want to watch the full stream, which I understand, hearing us talk for so long must be painful to the ears. We have two guys talk about the Afghan situation video up. So basically, we just talk about Afghan, what's going on over there. For anyone who's too lazy to watch like the full stream, and who just wants to hear us talk about that. So if you wanna watch that, go to our YouTube channel. The YouTube title isn't fucking updating. Thanks, YouTube. We're in episode 4. We missed a week, so we're doing it again. And then on Monday, we're going live again. So a lot of We'll Name This Later. We're on a streak. Look, the Twitch fucking episode title changes immediately. Twitch knows what they're doing. There we go. 2 hours already, goddamn. An hour about Hitler. Never thought I'd say that. What up, Becker Smith? How are you doing? I actually believed that guy in your guys' Discord cut his dick off. I actually believed it. I feel so stupid when he said this is true. Stupid. Let me check if the OBS is alright. Yeah. I'm surprised my PC is doing this good with like all this fucking tabs open and stuff like that. How is the delay, by the way? Let me check. And never mind, it will mess up the audio. I hope it's like not too long. I've always just struggled with fucking stream delay. Just give me an option to make it less.
What up, bitch? What up, whore? What up, cunt?
What up, Shaggy?
Yeah, you can call me that, but I'm still cute.
Is that what your mom tells you?
Yeah, she does tell me I'm cute because I'm actually cute. Fuck yeah. What do we have? What do we have left? I have one thing.
What are you Googling?
Something that is very related to the last thing I actually wanted to talk about.
Wait, you use Bing? I Google now.
No, I use DuckDuckGo.
What the fuck is DuckDuckGo?
They don't track me.
Oh yeah, you're one of those.
I use Brave browser and DuckDuckGo, so I can look up awful questions, and they won't. Like, show me a giraffe with a broken neck. Why do burger buns have sesame seeds on them? I don't want people to know that I look those things up.
I'll take your fucking what?
Oh, that's God right there. That's proof that God exists.
I'll
Just
take
that sound.
I'll take your search history off the screen. There we go.
Please. I think it's still just. Is it still just? Oh no, it is. Ah no. I'll dead the stream. I didn't know it would do like my other screen too. I thought I just would put it on that screen.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking idiot, but I'm a fuck boy.
Fuck boy.
Ain't gonna take shit. Yeah, an absolute fucking hit. An absolute fucking
Even the
hit.
Turkish people like it. That says a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Y'all Turks don't even like anything.
They hate everything. They hate Armenians the most. They hate them so much it genocided them.
What bad things did the FDA approve?
Isn't the FDA drugs people?
Food and Drug Administration, because yeah, the same people who should be approving drugs should also approve. Yeah, they should also approve food and whatnot.
So the guys that come check your kitchen if it's clean also say if weed is okay?
Yeah, and they also check on your fucking drugs, the drugs that you're putting in your body, because the FDA has officially approved the Pfizer vaccine. They've officially approved it, guys. We're all fucking good.
Only just now?
Everything has happened. The vaccine was pumped out in 9 months, dude.
I'm fully vaccinated.
Year and a half. Dude, most vaccines take a year and a half to fully test.
I'm fully Pfizered up. I have 2 pricks of Pfizer.
I'm not fucking doing that.
I can't be bothered doing it later and people being like, "Oh, you can't enter this building. You need a mask." Fuck it, I'll just do it. If I die, I die.
I should be a part of that group just because I just don't want to be bothered.
I guess I'm a
But
sheep. I don't care.
also, I don't want to be bothered getting the fucking vaccine, dude. I'm
Dude,
perfectly honest.
It's 10 minutes here gone. They prick you. They say like you need to wait here for 15 minutes. I just stand up after 5 and I leave. I'm not sitting there for 15 minutes. Fuck off.
And then you gotta get another dose, the Pfizer.
No, I already had the two pricks.
I know, but still, fuck. I don't know. I'm just not into it. I'm not into it. I want it to be tested further because I was talking about this at Thanksgiving. It's like, well, yeah, this is the biggest cash grab that the drug companies have ever gotten. They're working so fast to see if they can fucking get it.
Is it free in the US? Do you need to pay?
Yeah, it's free. It's free. You can go
Oh damn! You guys actually have free medicine. Wow. How does that feel?
Wow. It's weird. It's weird, and we don't want it. Oh, have you seen the crate challenge?
The what?
The crate challenge.
No.
Oh God. Oh God.
Is it safe to Google
look
it?
up. Oh yeah. It's safe to Google it. It's a bunch of like American males of a certain demographic.
Images.
Stacking up a ton of milk crates and then walking up and across them. So it's like a pyramid. So you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and people just break themselves on it.
Why are they doing this?
It's the Hood Olympics. Have you never heard of the Hood Olympics?
I only saw like the memes. With like
The Hood Olympics is an American institution. The Hood Olympics is more important than the Olympics because we don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know how to train or how to prepare. We don't know the events that we're preparing for. The Hood Olympics is the great equalizer of the American working class. The Hood Olympics is probably because there's no medals, there's no winners. There are just memes and there are just videos. So,
remember
to talk specifically about the milk crate challenge, I've explained it to you. So, most people get to the top, break themselves because they don't know how to properly balance. It's a different balancing act on each and every crate. Some dude was a fucking Chad and rolled a fucking blunt while doing the milk crate challenge and completed it, and on the last 2 steps lit it up in his face and then finished the fucking challenge. If that's not a gold, he will never get a gold medal. He will never get a plaque on the wall. He will never get any recognition besides the recognition that he is getting right now. This is the Hood Olympics. That is a gold medal, in my opinion. It is a blue ribbon. It is a gold star next to your name that you could tell kids, hey, look at what I fucking did.
That is pretty
That's
impressive.
the Hood Olympics.
Remember when they said
democracy? It is democracy embodied, and I love it.
Remember when they said planking was dangerous, and now we have this shit? Like, goddamn.
Planking was event number 1 of the 21st century Hood Olympics. The 90s Hood Olympics, we don't know nothing about that. They were doing wild shit, but they didn't get it on camera.
That's ancient, dude. That's like fucking the Greeks.
That's ancient. It's like, yeah, it's like the Greek version of the Olympics, exactly. So this is next level bullshit because we can constantly do it. There was one that was like selfies hanging off of a door. Well, fuck. Now we got to do weird ones. There were people like crouching, like Slav stance, crouching on top of doors, taking selfies. There was.
It's just how cursed can you get it?
First image embodied. If you want to see women hurt themselves, look up.
I want to see women hurt themselves. Why did I mess it up so much? I can't talk for some reason.
I'm way drunker than you are. I can already guarantee that. I'm like, no, I'm exponentially drunker
I'm not
than
drunk.
You are, and
I'm
I can talk better than you.
I'm not drunk. I'm just Dutch.
That's close enough.
Yes. I'm not high. I'm not high. I'm just Dutch. That's also a good one. Dude, when you talk to Germans and you say, yeah, I'm from the Netherlands, the first thing they say, oh, weed, yes, Netherlands, Amsterdam, weed, yes. All the Germans come here to buy weed. It's insane.
Well, why wouldn't they? You have coffee shops that are based off of smoking weed.
You wanna know a funny thing? Only rich people go to the coffee shops. People just buy it from dealers because it's cheaper.
Well, duh. We still buy from dealers over here, even though we have dispensaries like right across state lines.
I thought it was illegal.
It's illegal federally, but on a state level, it's legal, and that's what fucking matters. Because the DEA is not gonna bust into every fucking dispensary and seize all their cash. They're gonna bust into a few of them, and it's really hard for dispensaries to do taxes because they have to operate on cash only. So they have to every year they have to pay like $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 in taxes of money they've just kept in a single safe. And if they get robbed, oh fuck,
The fuck?
they're screwed. They're screwed all around because they won't even be able to do like anything.
And it's not like in the drug business, getting robbed is rare. You know, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Do you think they will ever legalize that shit? Cocaine and stuff like that?
They did in Oregon.
Even cocaine?
All drugs are legal.
So, crack.
Yep.
Heroin.
Give me another one. Yep.
So you can fucking needle yourself up and they're like, yeah.
Yep.
Oregon is fucking crazy.
Oregon is fucking crazy. But also, we haven't heard anything crazy come out of there. We haven't heard of any, because they
because
used
all
a
liberal.
lot of the money, like, they used a lot of money to go for resources.
Dude.
Like, more resource-based, which is what you should do with drugs, because drugs is something that you can rehabilitate. I mean, they're always going to be addicts, but there are certain ways that you can go about it to where that they're not going to be, like, a detriment to society with it.
Bro, my favorite meme from, like, the whole thing we've created, like Idiots in Credit, KHB and stuff, is just Reed being a stupid fucking liberal because he's from Oregon. Like, every time he comes with a argument, I'm just like,
That's one of the...
shut up, you liberal.
That's one of the most... That's one of the most base things that Oregon's ever done. Because, unironically, it is like the right... the right bottom quadrant of the political compass. It is right, and it is down. Like, it's just, if you can make money off of it, fucking do it.
But everybody on the right is anti-drugs, and everybody on the left is pro. When it's...
Yeah, because we view everything in a binary sense. Yeah. Totally.
It's, that's why I hate the... Like, I don't like the idea of political compass, because it never represents all your views. You know?
I mean, even though it was created to separate, like, oh, yeah, I'm right. Oh, yeah, I'm left. Like, it was created to separate that. It only added one extra dimension. It only went like, oh, well, we got this. Boom. Not... It should be a circle. It should be a circle. It should be a pie graph of, like...
It should just be
like,
not...
oh, you kind of fall into this. You kind of fall into this. You kind of fall into this. Or you're, like, right here. You're, like...
It should just be
it should be different.
What is it called? Like, fucking pillars. Like, oh, in this opinion, you're so many right. In this opinion, you're this. You know?
Yeah, but also as pillars, it's a separation of it, and we should have, like, that fluidity. So that's why I kind of appreciate the political compass, because there is fluidity there, but it's just, it is a, not binary, it's a quadrant, binary with 4 parts. Oh, let's look it up. Binary with 4 parts. There's got to be a word for that.
They tried.
They tried. Fucking definition. Can't spell that. I can't spell that word. I can spell any word that I ask you to spell. I probably can't spell it. I'm gonna be honest.
Photograph.
Photograph. I could do that one. Just photograph.
Geography.
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 Geograph. Why?
It's not even spelling. What? It's not fair.
Oh, GEOGRAPHY. geography. Is this gonna be a spelling bee? Because you
No.
could throw more words at me. I
Spelling for
read a
me is
lot.
really hard in English because I have dyslexia, and then I need to translate
Spell dyslexia. Spell dyslexia. You stupid cunt. Spell dyslexia.
DESLEXEY. And oh no, look, this is the thing. I'm saying E, but E means I in Dutch.
Okay. Try again.
So in English,
Yes, in English. Spell dyslexia.
D I
Uh-huh. I as in what?
like the L with a dot.
Okay. Wrong as
Shit.
fuck. But if you want to start over, I'll let you start over. I'll give you another chance.
D
Start again.
Y
Uh-huh.
S
Uh-huh.
L
Yeah, you got it.
X.
Oh, you fucked up!
What?
You fucked up! DYSLEXIA?
I think it's
Fuck
it's
me.
different
Fuck
in
me.
Dutch and English.
ISELXIA? Yeah, I got it. Dyslexia. I'm not dyslexic. I can spell shit, and I'm also
Okay,
a fucking American.
In Dutch, it's DYSLEXIE.
Ours is the same, only the E is an A at the very end.
We say
At the
dyslexia.
very end.
We say dyslexia.
Dyslexia. Ours is just dyslexia. It's the exact same, just put an A at the end instead of an E.
Fair.
So you had it. You had it in your head.
In my
You
head.
kind of had it.
But you
in
see
your
my
head.
you see
In
my
your head, you had
struggle.
it.
You see my struggle. I need to spell something in Dutch and then translate the letters and the word.
I don't care. You should have been born in America.
Fair enough.
Sorry. You were born in a savage country.
People aren't born savage. The culture is
People
savage.
aren't born savage. You definitely changed my opinion on that when I asked you that. I was like, yeah, no, they're definitely savage countries. It's like, wait, no, if that same person
Was born in
I
the
was
UK.
like, wow, that was such a good point, and that definitely changed my viewpoint on that. So
That's the
thank you for
first
that.
time and last time it will ever happen.
No, you could totally change my viewpoint on anything. You'll probably be wrong most of the time, but if you want to try, go for it.
I mean, is this something we disagree on? I think we agree on most things. Politically.
We do. Well, we definitely disagreed on that at first, but when you explained it like that, I was like, wait, no, that's right. I'm wrong. Because I was definitely wrong. I'm like, yeah, you could just be born a savage. Totally. Yeah, totally.
I mean, if you look at it from a certain perspective, you are born technically a savage, but it's not because the person...
Yes, but also it's the culture that you're brought up into.
Yeah.
It's nature versus nurture. And at the end of the day, nurture is gonna kind of outrule a lot of things unless you're like a fucking sociopath. Like, nature's not gonna outrule psychopathy or anything like that. But if you're just a regular person and you're born into a place where it's like, hey, everybody outside this tribe, fucking kill them. And you're the same person, you're born in a place where it's like, yeah, you should go and like talk to people. You should be social. It's gonna be completely different.
That's why I always struggle with. I have a lot of. I personally don't think Nazis are always bad guys. If you're if you're a German soldier in a Nazi army, you aren't an evil motherfucker. But you are fighting for a guy who wants to gas all the Jews. I'm so conflicted on that thing.
That is right. In my personal opinion, my opinion means nothing, obviously. But that's right, because you're just a soldier for
You're not going
for the government that you are so far removed from, and that's the same thing as why I hate people disrespecting American soldiers.
Yeah, you're not going to war.
Yeah, you're fighting for capitalism and like the patriarchy. And it's
no,
no,
they're
dude,
fighting
I'm going to fight for, because I'm getting a big old bonus check and I'm getting free healthcare, and my family is going to be set because I'm a war veteran now.
Also,
that's what I'm fighting for.
I hate people saying, "Oh, it's oh, you're a Nazi." No, he's a German soldier. You don't call a American soldier in World War II a Republican. You don't say, "Oh, that's a Republican
Exactly.
soldier." You know?
I got a lot of shit when I was younger. I'm like, I kind of want to Call of Duty based off like the German soldiers, like their perspective on it, just to
Bro,
see like how they went when they were going into battle to like take Poland, because like that's a different perspective that hasn't been done. And I remember because I was really big into church at that time, and my youth pastor looked at me like, yeah, you want to play as the Nazis? And like that was his final argument on it, and I'm like, yeah, I get it,
I
whatever,
mean, there
whatever.
are really a lot of interesting videos on YouTube. D-Day from the Germans' perspective and stuff. Bro, that is
I want to go
terrifying.
watch that.
There's
I want to
a
go watch that.
like a 4-part series. It's like the biggest navy in world history almost, standing in front of your door, bombarding you. Like, how would you feel? There are
That's
parachuted.
frightening.
There are
If
part.
that happened to the U.S., that'd be scary. And they're parachuting like 10 miles behind enemy
There
lines,
are no
and they're coming
tanks.
at you from both
Want to
fronts.
know something interesting? There were no the German tank divisions on D-Day on the beaches, because Hitler was asleep, and he was the only person who had authority to move those.
Oh
And
my
no one
god.
dared to wake Hitler up, because you don't wake up the Führer. Are you fucking crazy?
No, never. Why would you do that? That's the same thing with what happened in Afghanistan. It was like, yeah, let's pull the whole army out without an exit plan for any of the citizens that are there, without anything else. And then Biden went on vacation. He came back, he had a speech, and then immediately went back on vacation. And they released a memo that said, "Hey, any American citizens caught in Afghanistan, the government is not responsible for your safety."
Bro, there's a big that's a big issue
That's
now.
scary, but that's scary
There's a lot of
to be like,
there's a lot of drama about it in the over here right now, because when like a reporter would go over there, there was a they would call those people fixers. You know, they would get you cars, they would let you know what's safe, all that stuff. They are,
exactly.
if they are left behind with the Taliban in charge, they're dead, because they worked with the
No, they're
West.
fucked.
Yeah,
And they also didn't get any of their equipment out of there. That would have been first and foremost to me. Like I saw there was a guy on TikTok actually that fully explained how the best way we could have gotten out in like a satirical format of like, hey, let's talk to like a personification of the far right, let's talk to a personification of the far left, and then a personification of the libertarians. All him, obviously, because he's playing all these
hmm
roles. But he was talking to the far right, and he's like, yeah, how best do we get out of this? And it's like, well, we should not leave any, like, Black Hawk helicopters or American citizens over there. And it's like, oh yeah, that would be top of our list to not do
yeah.
when we get out of here. And it's like a ton of other like little things I can't remember off the top of my head. Like I'm not gonna be able to remember that shit. I didn't write any of it down because I didn't think it would be important. But now that we're talking about it, it's like there was a ton of little things that America could have done to ease this
I mean, bro,
separation.
I'm like, look at this from a guy who fought in Afghanistan, right? That he lost his friends and stuff like that, and you watch TV and you see a Taliban soldier with a fucking American rifle. I would be so fucking pissed off.
In the same spot that they were stationed at.
Yeah, I would be so pissed off, bro.
Oh, I'd be pissed. And then it's also you see like the far left, like the Instagram, Twitter activists. They're like, "Oh, did you guys even do anything over there?" It's like, my friends did.
And now they're not
My
coming back.
friends, my friends whose bodies are still over there. Yeah, they did something. Most definitely. We can't fix a broken system. We're soldiers. We're not politicians. We just
Yeah,
go over there and we keep the peace as best we can. But now that we're gone, Al Qaeda's taken over everything. It's like, oh well, we actually had a presence over there, didn't we?
like the thing is, the people that
Whatever.
were calling, like
Whatever.
the people that were yelling, "Get out of the Middle East, America! You're just ruining it. Get out!" are now yelling, You fucked everything up. It's your fault. You need to fix it." Like, what do you want?
Exactly, exactly. It's gulp. They just always want to be right. They always want to be in the position of like they're better than the. They take the questioning authority thing way too far, but they frown upon conspiracy theories. It's like
Yeah.
everything that the government does is wrong. Everything that it does, no matter if it adheres to my beliefs, no matter, oh, you cancel student debt, you didn't cancel enough student debt.
But if it's
You
called a
didn't,
conspiracy theory, it's rightist redneck shit.
I don't even know what to call like that group of people.
Fucking idiots.
Because it's SJWs, yeah, but it's a group of people that will just, it's the loudest group of people, because like you can have a 90% majority, the loudest 10% are gonna shout over that 90% majority. It's this little Twitter, like people who are I don't even know what to call it, but they're so online that they're like, it is to point of mental illness, that they are
Bro,
so online
have you seen
Instagram activists.
have you seen
They're
those
activists that do absolutely fucking nothing. These are the same people that never went to like a Black Lives Matter protest but support the Black Lives Matter protests. And they're constantly posting these fucking infographics that mean absolutely fucking nothing, and they're like constantly telling you that you're not left enough, you don't support everybody, and their goalposts moving. I've talked about this so many times, I don't want to get into it. I'm already
like,
getting pissed off.
these people don't know. These people don't know what the real world is. Have you seen that video of the two white twins in a black neighborhood?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? The
send me the link. I'll watch
Channel
it.
5 did a Channel 5 did a video on it. The guy with the awkward interviews. I'm sure you've heard of it. Wait,
I might have. I'm not chronically online is the thing that I was looking for.
Channel
Chronically
5
online.
Brothers, I guess. I can't find it right now.
I just can't understand the idea of just constantly wanting the government to fail. Like I don't want the government to like always be right, because then I'm a member of the system.
Nowadays,
but I just want the government to do right by the majority of people, and the majority of people that I'm surrounded by. And the majority of people I'm surrounded by can only be represented in a local government type sense. That doesn't fucking matter because everything else overrules it.
Yeah, now also a big problem nowadays is like people are so you can't be like, oh, like I'm centrist, you know. But nowadays people are so pushed away from being able to be that. You're being forced to be right or left. It's really hard to be centrist in a world where everybody's far right, far left.
Because people view that as, oh, you're a pussy and you don't have an opinion on things. It's like, no, I have opinions on things. It just aligns me towards the center of everything because I have opinions that are on both sides. Well, no, you're a centrist. That means you just don't care. You're not doing anything. You're not fucking doing anything. You have opinions and you're not fucking doing anything.
I don't really give a shit about people who say that to me. I got, for a little bit, I went really far right, you know, really far, like extremely, because
That's where
I'm at. I saw so much I saw so much stupid shit from the left. It's just hard to be like, to even be close to them, you know. You want to go right.
Okay, and this is like the dude. It's literally like the goalpost. The goalpost theory. I'm coining it now. But there's a certain section that it's like, it's okay for a certain person to be at. And every person has the goalpost move either right or left. And if you're outside of that, you're far right.
Yep.
No matter if they're far left and you're a centrist, you're a far right Nazi. If you're far right and you're like a little bit left and you miss the goalpost,
you're far left.
You're a far left communist.
Yeah.
And it's just it moves with each and every person. You're either this, you're either that, you're either with me, you're against me. It is a binary, tribalistic mentality that we should have far grown out of.
I also think it's impossible for a country. I think it's impossible for a country to stay central. To have like a fair
Most definitely.
system. It's always
If it doesn't have an accurate representation of what the people view, because every person views a different thing. Every person actually views a different thing, but it's only some countries are comfortable with actually saying what they feel.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the laws, the morals, the practices of the culture that they're in.
True.
God, does this become a political podcast?
We did a political compass. It's kind of hard to not.
We have become a political podcast. In the end, we have really just become that.
This is no. I'd
supposed
say
to be funny. This was supposed to be us yelling at each other because we disagree.
I'd
It's
say
not
this
us
is-
yelling at the fucking system. The system will never be fixed. It will never fix itself.
I'd say this is more like This is like just a political episode. Like last episode was kind of last 2 episodes ago was not political at all. We just talk shit. You know?
I thought this was gonna be a light episode. I thought we were gonna go like
We went this was supposed to be like a catch-up episode. Like we were just catching up.
This was supposed to be like an easy episode. Like I had no doubt. I had less notes than every other episode. I had like
Want to see my
like
notes?
little like this much.
My notes
were your
are Nirvana, because the guy who sued the band, that the baby on the art poster sued the band.
Fuck it.
ABBA
Don't care.
for bringing new song out.
It's all music related stuff, which I should be really interested in.
And I wanted to talk about the Witcher anime. I watched it today. It was pretty good.
I watched Hustle and Flow today. I don't really want to talk about that.
The fuck's Hustle and Flow?
I'm over. It's a Terrence Howard movie. It's really fucking good. You should go watch it. I'm over it. I'm fucking.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
over
It's been
it. I'm
2.5
pissed
hours.
I'm pissed off. I'm mad. I want
gotta say,
things that I want things that I can't have, and that's the worst part about being political in any kind of climate, is that you just want things that you can't have, because I don't have the power or the autonomy to do anything about it. I just asymptomatically approach this feeling of depression because I don't want anything to be the way it is, and I can't change. If I ruled the world, like, that's the whole concept behind it. If I ruled the world, things would be like this. 1 million, 1 billion, trillion people are gonna be unhappy, but fuck it, if I ruled the world, it was gonna be like this.
let's be honest. If
But
any of us ruled, it'd be a shithole, because there's always a flaw in your
It'd be a shithole.
in your thoughts.
It'd be a shithole.
Like, I might be thinking my opinions are good, and when they go into reality, they might be dog shit. You never know.
If we actually had the Name It Later Avania, we actually had a little country, it'd be a shithole.
It would be.
Because we don't know.
We don't care.
know. We don't. I mean, I care. I do care about how the government is treating people, and how, like, there are far-reaching repercussions of people's opinions that they may not recognize just purely out of ignorance. And it's not this malicious thing of they just don't care that these things happen, but it's just they have these opinions and they want these things to happen, and it comes from a good place. That's what you have to remember about people who are like communists on Twitter and stuff.
They think
All
they're
this
doing a good
comes
thing.
from a good place. All this comes from a good place. It comes from
They
a good
don't
heart
wanna
of wanting
destroy.
to help everybody. They don't want to destroy anything. They just think that this is the way to go about things. And, like, I'm not gonna be the guy that says that I know the far-reaching consequences of my views, because I don't, because I don't have the power to know those views. But whatever.
Let's
This is
wrap
We'll
it
Name
up.
This Later.
I
This is We'll
gotta
Name This
say,
Later. I'm a fucking
this was a good episode. I
gay
really
Nazi.
I really like the political podcast. The compass. God damn it.
I didn't plan on that at all. That was just off the
We'll
cuff.
do
I
this
was
in
like,
6
yeah, let's
seconds."
fucking do it. Bag of shit saying I could do this in 6 seconds really, like, pushed me. I hate that. Whenever somebody challenges me, no, that you set me off. I have a competition bias.
That's gonna be
I
the
don't have a
episode
gambling.
name.
I don't have a gambling problem. I don't have a whatever problem. I have a competition.
Bro, you didn't
problem,
even
sir. I
apologize.
just want to be. Apologize for what?
For the black.
I already apologized for it. Simone Biles. I said I'm sorry, and that I was wrong, and that she was completely in the
All
right. I
right,
said I was
let's
wrong.
wrap it up. We need our 5 minute shout out section.
Okay, cool. My name is Mass Blake. You already know that. I've said it a billion trillion fucking times. My name is Mass Blake. Go to massblake.com to download my album. For Megan, as always, is one of my greatest works of art as a human. I don't think I'll ever be able to top it. I haven't made music since I put that out because I feel like it's been my class. I've released 70 songs in 6 months, and after that one, I was like, yeah, you know what?
When is Flap Leak?
That's it. Flat Bleak, I don't know. It's gonna come after No Pants Bleak because Justin
Oh
sent me
yeah.
a demo for a song that we're gonna do.
He sent me it too,
So
and I was
that's
like, "What do you want me to do with this?"
it's good. It's a really good
it's good.
demo. I
I
have
don't.
some ideas. I have some really good ideas
The
for it.
guitar was really
I've
good.
I've I've done some demos of songs. Like I've just like said some stuff. And I feel like I'm kind of onto something, but it's gonna be a while. I've been writing a lot more. I kind of want to write something right now, just to do it. I've come to the point of like I'm not gonna pop off. I'm not gonna get famous for anything I do. So it's like I'd rather not wait to like write anything, to like make a movie, to like make music. I'd rather just do it and be like, hey, I did it. I did it. People didn't like grab onto it. It was
At
fleeting.
least you did
People
it.
didn't grab onto it. At least I did it. I won't have any regrets of like being able to put out my vision. So that's where I'm at. So I'm just gonna start just doing art and stuff because I'm not gonna get famous off of it. I don't care. I really don't care. I really love this podcast though, and if this
Yes.
podcast gets famous, I'm gonna be really fucking happy.
This
Because
deserves more.
I love doing this podcast. Is the thing I look forward to, and I thought of it last night. I was like, we should do a catch-up episode so we have like the weeks in order and whatnot. And I got so excited
when
because
you
I
when you
love
messaged me that, I was like, yes, I can podcast this week. Another
good.
one.
Good. Yeah, even though it was only like 3 days since the last one, and like when we do Monday, it's gonna feel really good, but that week in between Monday and Monday is gonna feel like
An
dog shit.
eternity. Like
This next Monday is gonna be fun.
yes,
After that, oh god, I'm gonna be in the weeds because I'm gonna be in Dallas. I'm
bro.
gonna be back in Louisville. I'm gonna be Dallas, Chicago. I'm gonna be in Chicago for like an hour.
Guess
I'm gonna
what?
go down to Dallas. What?
Next Monday, my fucking school starts. So I'm going back to normal life.
Oh fuck, we're gonna
No,
have to figure out a new time for the
no,
podcast.
it's alright. It's 7 in the evening. Like I'm not
Oh,
in
okay,
school.
yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Because Monday is my day off, so I'm always ready for it. But like, dude, this next week for Mass Bleak is gonna be fucking insane. Dallas, Chicago, uh, Louisville,
Yeah,
Cincinnati. Like, I'm gonna be in a ton of different places. I'm coming back to Louisville specifically so I can do the Monday
it's
podcast.
gonna be weird. Everybody, be sure
After
to.
next week. Next week is gonna be the last normal episode, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna have a ton of stories.
Everybody, be sure to. What date is it? I don't know. In
I don't know.
two
It's
weeks,
gonna be the 6th. September 6th is
Sunday,
gonna be the day.
Sunday. Next this Sunday is Idiosyncratic 199, and then the day
Yep.
after that it's 200, or the week after that. God, I'm retarded.
It will be Saturday, September 4th. Will be
September 4th.
episode 200, and then I'm flying home on Sunday. So if they push it back a day, I'm not gonna be on there
Yeah.
because I'm
So
flying back. I'm flying back early in the morning. Like I'm gonna be on a. Oh God, I hate fucking flying. I hate it. Fucking hate it. I'm off next Thursday, so if we need to make up, we'll record one to put it in the bag.
yeah, we'll be
And then
fine.
we'll have it like put it out on Monday or whatever the fuck we do.
We'll be fine.
Flapjack, where can we find you? I just spent 15 minutes plugging. Where
The
can we find you,
flapjack
Flapjack?
underscore 123 on Twitter. You can find my website there where you can hire me, I guess. Give me money. I still need to pay for the Spotify shit, so I can do that. And
Send me
yes.
an invoice. Send me an invoice. I'll send you money.
What's an invoice?
An invoice is, hey, You owe me this.
Oh, in PayPal.
And just send me that.
We'll figure it out.
Just send me a request.
We need
I got you.
we need Mesblik's Cowboys friend to be able to listen on Spotify.
Oh God, cowboy. I had a story about his brother-in-law that I've met and become friends with. I'll save it. I'll save it for next Monday.
If you want to
I'll
hear
save it
that
for
story,
Monday.
check in next Monday on We'll Name This Later on Twitch and YouTube. We'll both stream on that. And if you don't have time that day, you can listen to Spotify and SoundCloud. And if you also don't have time for that because you're a busy millionaire, you can listen. You can watch. You can go to our YouTube and you can watch the Two Guys Talk About series, where it's basically just fragments of the episodes, or you can watch funny moments if you just want to have a laugh for about 5 minutes long, and then go on with your millionaire days.
Thank you so much, Flapjack, for all that you do for this podcast. I really cannot thank you enough. You do a lot of great stuff. This has been We'll Name This Later. Fuck you, Alex.
Fuck you, Alex.